One every session.
One every session, for sure.
CBT.
I wanted to say something and I realized, well, maybe I shouldn't talk about stuff like this while we're live. Or maybe I should. I don't know. You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. I'm thinking about trying to go down to part-time. Because apparently the dog is a lot and Jenna makes more money than me. So, I'm thinking about going down to part-time, but the job I'm at probably won't let me go down to part-time. So I'm wondering, should I just quit my job and find a new one, or just quit my job, or suffer it out? That's where I'm at. Because I don't know what exactly to do. I would love to have more time with this so that I could start building more maps instead of us just doing combat by imagination. Because I don't know about you guys, I prefer battle maps. It's just really hard for me to build them in the short time spans that I have.
I'd say if they won't let you go to part-time, quit and find a different one that will let you go to part-time. Because at the very least, it would be nice to have another source of income.
Yeah.
Very true.
I mean, worst case scenario, if I quit, I just go in to start drawing and try to get commissions for shit. I have to get way better than I am now, but, you know. I gotta start somewhere. But yeah.
I mean, that's fair, yeah.
I don't know. It's all that's irrelevant to the campaign and stuff. It's something I wanted to mention or wanted to ask you guys for, like, you know, what were your thoughts? But that's fair. And then we went live
Something
and I
to
forgot.
say, whatever suits your needs.
I don't know. Regardless, everybody doing okay today. I don't think Goran said he would be here, but he also, yeah, there he is. Trader, what time will he be here? Okay, yeah. B said he's gonna be late. I'm catching up to everything now. Okay. We're only missing V and Trader, and Trader's, well, you know. Oh no, I guess we're also missing Sam. Sam's not here today. Sam was here last session, wasn't she? So, no Sam today, which means no Astroth, and everybody else should be here. They're just running late. Alright, cool. I'm up to speed. Okay. Fuck it, I guess we're... Oh, right. If you like the sounds you hear, go check out the description of this video. They're great. All the sounds are great. You'll have some from Slipstream, which is where this song is. Then there's a specific link for anything that's used in Slipstream, or you go check out Tabletop Audio for their stuff. I recommend go subbing to their Patreon, because then you get to use their stuff online, and they have different versions of most of their songs too, so you can pull out just the music from a specific track, or just the ambient noise and sounds, and sometimes they got a couple of other variability. It's really nice stuff. Go check them out. They're fucking awesome. I think that's everything. Yeah, sure. Who wants to go through the rounds and catch up everybody who wasn't here about what happened last session?
Did happen last session. We are all wondering. Riley, please enlighten us.
I'm giving everybody else a chance.
I'm waiting.
Well, I know at the end of the session, we ended off with the fact that I am now home, which is not something I expected myself to be doing. So there's that.
Upon returning home from your long voyage, you reconvened with Blue on Black and essentially assessed the situation, learning that there are pretty much two major countries in the middle of as part of the alliance itself. While they themselves are expanding and doing their own thing, there is a major part of the battlefront that's kind of unguarded at the moment, though not without resistance. You have been tasked with essentially trying to build better relations or using your existing connections to essentially bring these different groups, Aryawood, the Ergmont Barbarians, and the tribes within the mountains of the, this is technically also Blood Peak, but that's Mountains of Blood Peak. And essentially having them grant your armies the unrestrained access to the land to essentially help guard it, kind of mingling the communities, if you would. And your first stop, your choice that you made, was to go to the Goliath tribe lands of Blood Peak and set yourselves up there, wherein you traveled for a while, found some strange undead creatures, and then made your way up a cliffside, almost being crushed by a bunch of falling boulders, and meeting face to face with the very armed and very unhappy you're here Goliaths, dwarves, and other creatures of the tribe. It's here that after tensions eventually calmed down, that only Illiken was allowed into the keep for the time being, while she was guided in and met face to face with a very scarred and not wounded anymore, but a scarred-faced Goliath that you recognize as your mother. In this instance, as you are taking the moment to try to gather yourself before you can even speak or get a word in edgewise, your mother takes a deep breath. Why have you come back?
Well, there's more war. More than this. And we do need the help. I see what is happening here. At least I've seen some of it, and I know it could definitely be much worse in reality than what we have already encountered.
Could be worse. We have to burn our dead to ensure that they stay within the grounds of the earth.
And there's a possibility that we might be able to stop that for good for now.
You see your mother kind of shake her head in disappointment or disbelief, you can't really tell. And you see her like grasp at a holy symbol on her belt, which with a quick glance you would have recognized it as Vamund. Our ancestry resides within these mountains. To be
I wanna keep
birthed,
it that
to work, and to be returned to the soil. And now the dead rise against us. Why have we angered them? The gods are not kind to us anymore. And you think it has to do with your war? These are creatures of unnatural existence. Our own children who have died, our fathers, our mothers, our ancestors coming back to kill us. How could it be part of your human war?
Because this should not be happening. The dead should not be rising. This
We know.
was not normal. I know. I have seen quite a lot while I've been gone. And I am not as phased as all of you guys about this. And I may be able to put a stop to it. But first, may I tend to the wounded and help them heal.
Make a
us
persuasion
strong
check.
again. Oh, nice.
What was your
Things are
total?
kind of things are slow today, so I apologize. My Wi-Fi
You have physical dice
not
now,
working.
Houston.
Yes, I know, but I forgot my motto.
Your modifier?
Mhm.
+4 plus proficiency because you have an 18 in intelligence wisdom.
Okay.
Some of your sheets I have like memorized really well, but others not so much.
That's not the correct die.
D20 plus proficiency is 5 plus 4, so 9. So add D20 plus 9. Oh wait, no, that's sorry, charisma. I don't know what your charisma is. What am I talking about? I have
Is
no
it
idea
plus
what
one?
your charisma is +4.
Plus one.
Oh, it's +1. Are you proficient in persuasion?
I am not.
D20 plus 1.
That would be a 12.
A 12. Okay. Your mother looking at you, finally turning to face you, and looks at the rest of the wounded that are around. I will not stop you, but they might not trust you. And she kind of turns and begins to address some of the other individuals and essentially trying her best to tend to the wounded as well, as she was before. How do you wish to address the wounded?
Well, I come up to the nearest person who looks really roughed up.
Yeah, you see there's a dwarf who's standing there who's kind of got like, you can see his arm and leg both on the right side are completely broken, and you see like he's got some wounds that look like they could be fatal but probably missed something, or he's really resilient, hard to tell. But he's clutching his wounds and just kind of in and out of it.
I wish there was a spell to reduce pain in people, but that's...
That would probably just be like some kind of like healing spell, like healing word or something. Just like the pain would stop from, full healing. Also, our characters have never really had any troubles due to pain, which I'm kind of surprised by, but it would be a stupid mechanic anyway.
Is he presently partially conscious at the moment enough
Yes.
to talk?
Well, maybe, possibly.
Or at least to respond with a nod?
He's addressed you and he's looking in your direction. Like he physically is like watching what you're doing.
I guess the best 5e has for just
Okay.
getting rid of pain is temp HP.
What?
No.
How?
Well, it's not the matter of the pain is gone. It's that
We'll
pain
get
is
back-
lessened because they think they're better.
No, and we'll get back to that.
Listen.
Illican.
Can I do Aura of Vitality for 2 minutes?
Does it an aura that usually lasts 1 minute?
Yes.
You'll have to expend the spell slot twice, but yes.
Okay.
Okay. Is that the one that restores hit points over time?
Yes.
Yeah, alright. You begin to you sit in front of the individual, and in a similar sense to a prayer of healing, though in a much lighter sense, you set out a couple of different like trinkets that you possess on you, both of the holy symbol from the deity you follow, and potentially some things that you had brought from home.
Spell.
Oh, I know. But in the sense of trying to gain their trust rather than engaging them, you are actively, like, as you've set everything up, you speak your command of restoration, and those around you begin to feel the effects of healing. And while there is a simple and subtle flash of energy that just disperses from you and around you, those who feel its effects are hesitant at first, but begin to get a little closer. And then others witnessing it begin to move, those who can, over and feel its effects as well. Here,
Not talking about us, right?
it's just her.
Just making sure.
At which point, as the crowds of wounded begin to make their way around you and feel the effects of the spell, your mother finally turning in your direction, seeing the energy that is giving life to those around you, and is a bit in awe at first, but she feels a little more stubborn about the aspect and continues to tend to the wounded individual that she's been addressing. But with this act of kindness and helping, you've managed to at least gain some sense of trust within with those around you. The wounded thank you for the aid that you've given them.
And that was only the 3rd level Aura Vitality.
Okay.
4th level is even better.
That's usually the case with spells. But go ahead. Make sure you expend the 2 spell slots.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I used up the only spell slots aside from my 1st level that I have available because I don't have Aura Vitality. It's a 3rd level spell. But can I expend a 30-minute time period healing for 30 minutes every minute, 1 hit point for each person?
A long time.
What did you did you hang on?
That 4th level Aura Vitality is even better than 3rd level.
So you're wanting to expend your 4th level spell slots.
Yes.
The duration is still 1 minute.
Yeah.
Which means that it wouldn't be for 30 minutes.
Concentration up to 10 minutes for 4th level Aura
Up to 10 minutes. Oh. So it's not a minute, it's 10 minutes. Yeah, you can absolutely spend the time doing this. So yeah, I'll let you go ahead and expend the spell slots for it. If there's any materials you have to expend those as well.
It's the same, just verbal.
Okay. While all that is happening, what is everybody else doing outside of the camp?
We just sitting around playing with. Oh my god, am I just playing with something?
I'm gonna send Gecko on a mission.
Okay. Where's the owl gecko going?
So I'm gonna have him fly around to look for any caves.
Okay.
And if he does, to come back.
Okay.
If we're not here, he's to perch somewhere high and out of the way.
He understands the command. Go ahead. You watch as he looks at you, looks at the rest, rolls his eyes, and flies off. Go ahead and make me a perception check with Gecko.
Go.
Got me some magic cards.
Ew. Like MTG or no?
Yeah.
Ew.
Why?
It's a terrible habit to have.
It's 1 set, man.
Cool. Gecko got a 14.
A 14. Okay. Got it. Star, you said you're setting out a game of some kind?
No, I'm just playing around. Do I have anything to play with? Like any games? Hold on. Doesn't look like it. I'm currently not wearing my... I don't know, I'm just gonna look at my rings, I guess.
Okay.
I might have a game set. Hang on.
Take the tiniest bite out of my food flower.
Oh, excuse me.
Damn, no, I don't.
So, with some time spent idly waiting for whatever to happen, those of you outside are... You don't hear commotion, you don't hear anything like, you know, nothing's hostile, which is good. But, you know, 10 minutes pass, and then 20, and then 30. At which point, Illican, your healing spells switch 10 minutes each. Remember to expend 3 different spell slots. If you are doing the 30-minute.
Food.
I am.
Yeah, okay. Then expend your 4th level, and then your the other high would be 5th, unless you have 3/4. I don't think you do, but I don't know. I don't remember. Not important. Just expend the spell slots. After the healing is recovered, you finally or is finished. You open your eyes and look around at everybody else, who seem to be in some idle chat. Those who are feeling the effects of the healing and feeling better, in a weird, wholesome moment, step out of the way for others who are more wounded to begin to take the healing, especially as time goes on and on and on. It gets to a point where, nearing the end of it, you've noticed your own mother even coming over to witness the effects. And you watch as some of the scarring, while it's not fresh, it is still a perpetual wound that she's had, begins to heal up. It's not a complete fix, and she is still missing the eye, but you see the intensity of the scars, as though they've just kind of gone through the entire process of healing and leaving what's left of the marks. Your spells end, and as everyone else's, as the spell ends, those who were there feel the effects no longer taking place, and you kind of, in this instance, what would you like to do?
Oh, golly.
No, bitch, I want here to suck one of your titties.
Oh, what is wrong with you?
Okay, we're just gonna mute that.
Ass. Oh, well, get it already.
Really, motherfucker?
I just said ass! I've just
It's
seen the
fine,
thing.
it's fine. Alright,
The cave
quiet
suit.
down though. It's Illican now.
I turn to my mother and I inform her I have run out of time for this aura of healing spell. I can do more tomorrow. I can do more today as well, but I have limited spells that I can do. Is there anything else that needs to be done healing-wise? Is there someone who's in critical condition? On the verge of death at the moment, who's not over here?
Those who can be helped have been.
Okay.
I do not know the extent of your abilities, but...
Now these undead, that is the next problem we need to deal with. We also need to figure out where they're coming from.
Was it worth it?
Leaving?
She nods.
I think so.
You see her...
I've made more friends and more family. And I have apparently become a lord of a place not even on this plane of existing.
She
Wasn't that one thing you were
sighs.
told not to fucking say?
She sighs for a minute. Not for a minute. She sighs, and then... You can see that there's a bit of, there's a kind of a painful expression that she's trying to hide away from you. Before she eventually says, I'm glad it was worth it. And she walks away.
before she's too far. Tell her I missed her.
She doesn't react and she keeps going.
I can tell she's missed me too.
Motherhood beeth a
Leaving was
cruel.
not an easy choice.
In this instance, the rest of the people who were there who have been working to bring the boulders back up the hill, after some time had passed, the rest of you are reluctantly invited in
Yay.
and told to behave yourselves, essentially, in mostly like
Ooh.
broken common. But you do, as you make your way into the complex, and in a kind of like a central area with a number of the wounded who are now like moving and taking care of themselves in different aspects beyond the healing. You see Illic in there.
Oh.
What did I miss?
Well,
Well, hang
not
on.
everything's on fire, so we haven't had a chance to work.
Illic, and that's to you.
Repeat.
They've made their way into the complex, and then Goran asked you, "What did I miss?"
Out of character.
I know what you. I know what you meant out of character, but it fits too well.
Okay, fair.
Or just like
I
he's
was-
not supposed to
well-
actually answer. Hey, what did I miss? And you keep going.
I healed up a bunch of close to fatal injured people, and I spoke to my mom again. That was nerve-wracking.
Nice.
She's okay. She lost an eye.
That sucks.
She's still gorgeous. I love my mom. We just need to get these undead figured out. We need to know who's doing this, where they're doing it, and how we
Yeah,
can
I'm working
stop
on
them.
that.
Because I have a feeling that it's those jackasses from elsewhere who have been causing this and have been wreaking havoc upon the last remaining tribe. They are trying to kill us with ourselves. I may not be home for good this time, but I'm home and I'm going to help, and I wish someone had informed me. They sent me some sort of message somehow. I wish I knew this was going on the entire 2 years that I was gone.
Just gonna reach over and put like a hand on Illican's shoulder. Hey. This is fucked, man. On so many
Majorly
levels.
fucked.
Anywho, I do recognize this MO.
You do?
Yeah, there was a lich I dealt with a bit ago who used the same trick over at Timbletop. That's why those zombies were over there. Unfortunately, I put my longsword through her chest cavity, so I don't know why it's happening twice.
Do you think she could
Um,
have been revived?
Yeah.
Considering the phylactery was destroyed, no. Unless there was some other tomfuckery she pulled.
That's a possibility.
Can't liches have multiple phylacteries?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
In character, you
It
don't
is
know.
entirely possible.
In character, you don't know. But also in character, you know of somebody who might have that information.
If anybody in the party would know, it would be Valus.
You've dealing with a lich before?
No, but Valeth is the magic bitch. We know this. This is established.
Also,
Valeth
How are
wouldn't
you
have
the
this
magic
kind of
bitch?
information, though. It's not... It's the focus of undead, not just magic in general. It's like...
I'd be the magic guy. You can be the
I mean,
bitch.
as a druid, I would know that there are unnatural and truly awful magics out there. This goes strongly against what any druidic circle would be teaching.
That is correct. But on that same notion, too, still, the understanding of what and how liches function is not something that's just readily available even amongst druid circles.
So-
It's like something you'd have to
Who-
actively research.
Who knows who knows someone who knows the answer to this question?
Her name is Imogen.
Ah, I do.
What about
Or-
that one scholar that...
I don't know where she is.
It was
hang
so
on.
fucking long ago that we met this guy. God, it was... I don't remember. I think it was in Clarivan somewhere. Campaign 1 met with him.
Clurivan, this would be,
Troyes.
yeah, Ruven
Ruben
Ziltroy.
Ziltroy? My guy.
He is in Clurivan. Clurivan is also under assault by the Empire at this current moment.
We could make our way over. It is entirely possible for us to do so over the water, where we would be much harder to track, and then...
And then go up the cliffs.
Yeah, pretty much. Wouldn't even be hard. We have gas mode. It wouldn't even take us that long. We could make it a trip. It would take us maybe a couple of hours. There and back, it'd be about a half a day. But if we do need expert advice on something like this, then it might be worth doing. In the meantime, is there anything that needs doing here?
I'm gonna send Gecko on a scouting mission, but he knows to wait up high if we're not here.
Yeah. If there's anybody else who needs healing, I have healed. Can't use it quite as much as you can, Illiken, but something, anything. You know.
How do we investigate what kind of magic has been cast on them?
Are you referring to the bodies or the corpses that you fought?
Yeah.
Medicine check would identify if anything is naturally causing this. Arcane or Arcana check would be something that you'd probably have to. Arcana would focus on the magical aspect of this, any kind of spells that you'd be familiar with potentially in your own practice. Religion check could also be something in focus of whether or not it's divine.
I know I Arcana checked it, and I found it wasn't a religious aspect doing this.
Correct.
Nuh-uh.
Then I can do a medicine
What
check.
do you mean, uh-uh?
The fuck you mean nuh-uh?
You would have to find a body at this point, because any bodies that would have existed are... which I guess at this point, actually, I probably should have informed you all of the not so pleasant
bring one?
smell of burning flesh. Those that are...
already.
Well, those that have fallen in battle would have been burned. They
They've
don't...
been burning the undead, right? That they've been knocking down.
The undead they've been destroying, and those that fall in battle. Anything that they can, they will burn.
Oh,
shit.
Pelican question. Do your people have the ability to make holy water?
That's a good question. Do we have any clerics of the village still alive?
You have a couple, not clerics, you have those who are capable of tending to the wounded. But it's kind of a general
be a no.
skill. Like, magical
make holy
aspects are not
water.
something you guys are a lot of
You
familiar.
have the ability?
I do. I definitely do.
Cool. You should probably start because they need all the help they can
Yeah.
get, and holy water is pretty nice against zombies.
I'm gonna need a massive amount of water. I'm going to need like a massive public bath amount of water. Just a lot.
We're gonna get that.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
need
swimming
that
pools,
in
so yeah.
the.
We could build.
Does saltwater count?
It's water, ain't it?
Well, I mean, there's an ocean some amount of distance.
I am not
North?
going all the way to the ocean just to bring some holy water back. Oh my god.
Isn't there
No,
water
I don't know.
nearby?
It could be. I need to ask. It doesn't need to be clean because it can be cleaned.
Illican, you're relatively familiar with the topography. There are relatively, like, occasionally there are like pools of water that you have to be careful with the water itself. It usually needs to be boiled out with the minerals that the water itself settles in. But there is technically a lake within the mountains here, and that's usually where your tribe would have gone to essentially go there. Otherwise, any chance that it rains up here, which isn't often, but when it does, usually everybody within the camp has harps and things ready to set out to catch the rainwater.
Then
But you are familiar with the
I'm gonna
lake if
go
you wanted to go in that
One of
direction.
the lakes.
Not one of the lakes, the. You are
Oh,
not familiar
the
with any
lake.
other.
I'm going to the lake. I need to.
And I have shape water. Does
You
anybody
finally-
have earth?
You can finally use that as cantrip.
Does somebody else have like mold earth available?
Oh, before we head out, I do tell somebody that I am going to a lake, and whoever wants to come to collect water, I'm going to turn the entire lake into holy water. And they can tell whoever to come down to the lake and collect water.
Do you want to say
My
something?
And
concept
I tell them, absolutely make sure that they know the holy water should work against these undead.
Before you go any farther, was there something you wanted to say, Corin?
My idea was a little bit better because well, I say better. It's a different idea because here's the thing: they would still have to venture out to go to the lake. All you gotta do is put some guards on the lake, like those zombies, just mindlessly ordered to surround the lake, and you're fucked. Now you have to fight every time you want to get the weapon you want to use to kill those zombies. At least bringing some of the water back somehow might be the way. Whether that's... My idea was making a canal or figuring out some way that we could
The
move the
canal's
water.
only issue would be the matter of if the lake is uphill or downhill.
Is it uphill or downhill?
It would technically be downhill
Oh, give me a second.
on almost all sides. It's like the lake again. It's not really a lake. It's like a reservoir of water that had been that when it rains fills really well, and rains often enough that the water itself kind of maintains its level and size. But there's that's the water you guys have been using most of the time, unless it rains. But it's you'd have to go uphill a little bit, like up higher into the, not really too high, but a little high from where you guys would currently be, and then it would be down in a pit, if you would. But when you mention the lake, one of the other, one of the dwarves that's there, would chime into your little conversation after asking who would want to go. The lake water is no good anymore. can't drink it, it just poisons us.
I can.
We're not
clean
gonna drink
that.
it.
But we weren't planning on drinking it. We plan on turning it into
A weapon.
a weapon.
You're turning the water into a weapon now.
Yes.
But
I pull
the-
out my flask of holy water and say, it is this. It's called holy water. If you throw this on a zombie or an undead creature, it hurts them a lot. Put it back on my belt.
And it continues to hurt them until it dries up or they die. Well, undie?
If it's all the
We die.
same, we would rather the drinking water first.
I mean, you can drink holy water.
Yes, I can purify the water to clean the poisons out of it. And you can drink holy water. It's not going to hurt you at all.
Please.
It's a weapon you can drink.
Yeah,
A weapon you can drink.
it will not hurt any of you.
Unless you're undead.
Yeah, unless you're undead. In which you have a much bigger problem than drinking some holy water.
Yep.
We would hope that you find the problem then. And he just kind of turns and walks away. Looking around to those who are, when you mentioned like going, like as far as like going to the lake, no one else is interested. Nobody's remotely like willing to go with you because they feel it's a lost cause.
Yeah, lost cause or not, that's what we do best. Hi-ho, hi-ho, to the poison water we go.
You guys gonna try to make your way out that way?
Oh, why not?
Okay. Illikin, it's been a while and you're not like at the village area that you would have been familiar with. Though you do recognize some of the topography, I still need a survival check from you.
Out of character, are the undeads at war with like the Goliath Travellands?
Sure. Yeah, that's...
Just between them?
The undead are attacking them.
Yeah.
That's...
Given if it's the same as last time, it's more a matter of the Lich is making undead and say, hey, go wreak havoc in this area to weaken their defenses so the Empire can just steamroll them.
So, would you like
What?
an answer?
That was you're okay. XQC.
This being an recalling
You're
information,
excusing.
it would be an intelligence survival check, but since it's the same modifier for you, just make a survival check.
It's a 28.
Something Lich. Something.
Yeah, with a 28, you know exactly how to get there, and you can take your group there whenever you're ready to go. As far
And
as
just make sure y'all bring jugs. Whatever the village has spare of.
Like medicine?
No.
like
for
empty
water.
containers.
Yes.
Oh, I thought you said drugs.
Yes, bring all the drugs.
All the drugs.
Because of your healing, they at least do have some relative faith in you, and they do hand you a couple of jars and glasses they do have from wherever they've pillaged them from.
Good enough.
Yeah, different sizes and things. Everything's pretty much everything they give you though is like handheld. Small enough that you could potentially hold it in, but not like nothing's massive size. And with that, you leave out the front.
Bag of holding.
Yeah, they'll all fit. Yeah.
Awesome.
If you empty the bag of holding, then you have like 500 pounds of water.
And it feels like 5.
15.
Yeah, 15, but still. So it's 5.
With that, the glass jar is collected in your bag of holding now. You begin to head over towards the lake. It takes you maybe about an hour or an hour and a half of travel, before you eventually, through the winding paths, make your way up and towards the lake. At which point, as you get like cresting over the edge that gets you to where that lake is it's a lake, sure. Um, looking down, one of the first things you notice is that the lake itself is a really sickly green color.
Gross.
It's usually
Gotcha.
it usually is a little murky, but not to this extent. Like typically you'll see it more of like a white and brown color. It's maybe a bit foamy. This is not foamy, except for no, not even. This is not foamy. This is just dark
Gross.
green and murky and disgusting.
Cool. So, where's the reservoir that fills this lake, or is it just a giant bowl that gets filled in the rain?
Looks like a giant bowl.
Hey, so can I cast? Can I have ritual cast? Purify food and drink at 6th level. It's a ritual spell.
Right. Ritual cast, no.
Why no?
Well, you can ritual cast it at its level, but you
Yeah.
can't ritual cast it upcasted. Yeah. Welcome to 5e. 5e's dumb. My system, you can.
As you can.
Well,
Well,
it takes a
well,
lot
I'm-
longer for every spell level above.
Okay, so that's not. So. Hold on a second.
If you wanted to cast it using a 6th level spell slot, you may. But as far as ritual casting it, you can only ritual cast it at its level.
Takes him as long as to cast a spell, so it just expend spell slot, which is ritual version spell can't be higher level. It can't be cast at a higher level. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. Check my work. What the fuck?
I was just sanity checking it. Okay, sometimes it's worth it.
Uh-huh.
So
Hey, there are times where you are wrong about the rules.
It's true. Rarely,
Shut up, Riley.
but true. What?
I said shut up.
I can purify food and drink at 1st level, but it's a 5-foot radius sphere.
I'd love to drink
Rain to
water out of a
space.
reservoir. Yeah, let's drink.
So
Hold up.
I'm not sure
I
how
have a solution
clean
to
this
this
lake is gonna
problem.
go.
Okay. Does anybody have the ability to make a hole in the ground?
Not technically.
Does anybody have a shovel?
But I can continuously
have shovels?
purify this lake for however many days we need to.
Anybody have mold earth, shape earth, anything like that?
I have stone shape, but I don't have it prepared.
That's stone shape isn't that. Stone shape is being able to meld into stone.
No.
No, that's meld to
Is it?
stone.
Stone.
Okay.
Stone shape stone.
Oh, okay.
Or
Fuck.
rocky material.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
the
I
mold
don't-
earth
I think
of
we just
stone.
need to take.
Oh for 2.
Look,
Oh
man.
for 2.
Or we could
What?
just dig.
We could just dig. I need a 5-foot hole in the ground. There are 10 of us. Well, 8 of us right now. But actually, no, there are just 8 of us now.
Well, Astaroth is there.
Astaroth
9.
is also there.
Yeah, there's 9.
There's 9. Okay.
Ow.
Hold on. Yeah.
Works.
Server meeting. Okay.
Wonderful. Yeah. So we do have the fuck it. Hey, so do we want to just spend I don't know how long it'll take to dig a hole.
With your bare hands?
Do we
Or-
have fuck, we don't have shovels, do we?
That's what I was asking.
Fuck.
Can I use the artificer ability that lets you conjure tools to conjure a shovel?
We can ask the
I will
seahorse.
allow that. Yes.
Can you?
Okay.
You can conjure a
Hooray,
shovel with your
Artificer.
ability. Yes.
Yeah, the right tool for the job.
Yeah.
You can magically create a set of tools,
Thank you, dear.
but it says it requires an hour of uninterrupted work.
Okay. So you'll start the
Vayla's
process of just.
going to like meditate until a shovel
Fuck.
fucking materializes in front of her.
Easy enough to do.
Okay, hold up. But spend an hour,
It's-
or we can just travel to a place and back and just buy a bunch of shovels. Yeah,
Well, I would rather we chill here for a minute because I want to check out a thing.
sure.
At which point, as well, I love that you said that too, because it was about this time that I was gonna bring up that Gecko found you. But before I get to that, it's not that it conjures it out of thin air. It's where like through your magical essence, you're able to like take some of the gears and parts and shit, like whatever scrap materials you usually have on you, fix like different parts together, and then just arcanely enchant it into being a physical solid object, or to being the parts it needs to
Yo,
be.
man's got a fully
you can
automatic
just-
shovel.
Yeah, it's just like I cast, boom, shovel. But nevertheless, it is possible to create that shovel, and if you're willing to, you can begin the time to create that now. Yes, you were server muted. There you go. You're not server muted anymore, Al. So, as Gecko finds his way back to you, he lands on your arm, and as you can kind of like, as you are like looking through the different like pictures that he remembers in his mind and finding the different parts that are relevant, you see there are a couple of different undead. There are creatures that are kind of like wandering around, some that have begun to make their way towards the village again, or the campsite. But more importantly, one of the things that stuck out to you was a cave that is actually down by this waterfront. That
Bingo.
as you get that image in your mind, you kind of look up and to the right, and just off and around like the edge side of the cliff, there is an opening in the wall.
Bingo.
Bingo.
That, long story short, my original plan's out. That cave is where we're going to go next when we're done.
Why?
Because I'm pretty sure whatever the hell is causing this is down there.
Like a mother undead?
Probably another lich.
Yeah.
Like a mother undead.
What?
No, I love that. Like a mother undead.
Yeah, you know,
Yes.
like alien mother,
well,
alien, like undead mother. You know?
Yeah.
Fine, father. Is there a daddy undead?
So, with this,
Bone daddy.
I do want to ask you: are you guys gonna go check that out immediately, or were you wanting to wait for the shovel?
I think we should go immediately.
Yeah. I think so too. We can probably find a shovel for either cheap or lend it.
Okay.
Yeah, we could just borrow shovels. It wouldn't be that hard.
When we're done kerfuffling about the cave, we can do what we originally were going to do. Given we leave in the same-ish location.
Okay. So, I'll ask Valeth then: are you staying to do the shovel, or are you gonna go with the rest of the party? Or are you
If Valus is staying, we'll stay and help.
Zalin? Valeth, what are you doing?
Staying.
You're gonna stay? Okay. You're like, no, fuck this. I already started the shovel. I'm making this.
Exactly.
And we can at least wait for the shovel to be done.
Okay. So you guys just spend the time. Okay. I was just say the other option is split the party. You guys have a big enough party. I mean,
Splitting the party when we're dealing with zombies is not a smart idea. That is how people die in the movies.
Let's split up, gang.
what's what?
Let's split up, gang.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna wait for this then. All right. You guys have about an hour of downtime then, if you'd like to short rest. For those who need, if you need a short rest,
I'm kinda
you
loud with
can.
the shovel thing, just if you didn't catch that.
An hour. Takes an hour for the shovel.
Not what I said.
I will take a short rest for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and short rest.
I'll also short rest, but I don't need to use any hit die. We already
Are we waiting for the shovel instead of going, or are we doing this both?
You're waiting for the shovel instead of going.
Ah, okay. I didn't catch that.
Gotcha. Is there anything you guys would like? Anything else you guys would like to do during this hour of downtime?
I mean, if someone can hold on to my rope, I can go check and see what's at the bottom of this fucking lake thing.
You guys can get to the shoreline easy enough. Like you can just go and go walk up to it.
Couldn't
Yeah, but
Arya
like I'm
turn
talking about like in the
into-
lake, in the lake.
Oh, you want to go in the lake?
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
have a thing that prevents me from drowning, and I have Indomitable to prevent me from poisons. So if anything, I should check out if anything's releasing poison at the bottom of this lake.
You are literally the perfect person to do this job, so yeah, feel free.
Okay.
Oh, au contraire, you forget the fact that I have such bad luck. I have to perfectly build a character to hit anything. I missed a necklace with a long sword.
Yeah. Okay, so you make your way down to the water line.
Yeah, I'll take my 100 feet, well, less because it's knotted, of rope, and like ask someone to hold the other end.
I can hold the other end.
All right, you get the scrawniest guy
Fantastic.
holding the other end.
Actually,
Yeah.
The important thing is you want to help.
Yes.
look, man. Goran isn't actually that weak.
I trust Goran.
Okay, okay. So you take
You
your
just
first.
gotta lift like 200-ish pounds. Well, actually, I'll leave my bag so it's less.
Okay, so you're leaving your equipment out.
Yeah,
You
no,
still have
that's
your
Hold
armor and stuff.
70
but you're-
pounds less.
All right, cool. Every little bit helps. You never know. All right, so you
Yeah.
begin to wade into the water. Yes.
Yeah.
The water
Yeah. I'm
itself.
gonna tell Goran, I'm gonna try not to take more than 2 minutes. But if I start tugging on the rope wildly, pull me up.
You should probably tie it around your waist just in case.
Yes. Please secure
Yeah.
yourself.
I'm
So
gonna tie it
in
to my
case you get
waist.
turned into an undead, we can
Right.
at least retrieve your body.
Go ahead and make
Why do you
me
want that?
an intelligence survival check, Alan.
Cool. Cool. So space intelligence.
I just need to step away for a second, but I can still hear.
I'm gonna
That
cast.
tracks. That is a
enhance
total of
ability.
8.
Okay. Rope's tied. Arya, what were you gonna do?
Well, I was gonna do enhance ability, but
Oh, yeah,
What-
you
what
can
would
still
that
you
do?
can still give him enhance ability. What were you gonna give him though?
And I double check Zal's work on the knot.
You know, swimming typically takes strength.
I'll do the fucking strength one then.
Okay, so you have advantage on
Cool.
strength checks for the next, what is it, minute, 10 minutes, some shit like that.
For an hour, I think.
Oh, for an hour. That's even better.
awesome.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You got that. And then Goran, I heard you. No, he made his check
Why not?
because he made his check. He's confident about his knot. Just because one player fails a check doesn't mean you get to go and remake it yourself. No.
All right, let's
It
fucking
would,
do
okay,
this.
hear me on this one, right? It would make sense considering the number of times Jack has tried to tie a knot and fucked up.
This isn't Jack though. This
Being
is
a
Alan.
sailor.
That is comically
This is-
hilarious.
he's
yes,
part of
but
Team Fuck Around and Find Out.
well, he's fucking around. Give him a minute. You'll find out.
Well, upon my fucking around, I begin to wade into the water.
Okay.
I'm
So,
gonna start with holding my breath, which means I got 2 minutes.
all right. So you and go into the water. You don't even get that far.
Yeah.
As you wade into the water, first it's really murky and slimy and really like something is like, I don't know. It feels like really slimy and disgusting. It's kind of hard to like maintain your balance. Like you might step and slip on this, even though it's rocky terrain underneath this. Probably, you assume. You can't fucking see it. But as you like begin to step into the water, you get maybe about like waist deep into it before eventually, I'm just gonna go ahead and, yeah, that checks out. Is a 22 hit?
Yeah, 22 hits.
Okay. Nobody gets to finish their short rest, by the way. So, you take...
Oh, I would have done this after a short rest.
Well, after the short rest, the shovel would have been done. So if that's the case, then that's fine.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it would have been after, so this would have been, yeah.
I would really want to do a short rest because I wouldn't have my action surge.
Well. Fuck around and find out. I don't know. Like,
Alright.
you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage and become grappled. As whatever has wrapped itself around both of your legs is now dragging you into the water.
Attraction.
Goran, you feel this because you see this because there he goes.
I'm gonna
Just
pull-
fucking
pull on the-
waist deep. Yoink.
Yeah, sure. You pull on the rope. Let's see. You pull on the rope, it immediately goes slack.
Wonderful.
Fuck me.
Zalin, you have
Good
2 minutes
job.
of held air. What's the plan, buddy? Also, everyone, you see this.
Cool. Upon an immediate taking of damage, let's go ahead and Hellish Rebuke.
Okay.
So, dex save from whatever's grappling me.
Yeah, it fails.
Awesome. And I'm assuming it's less damage because it's in water and it's fire.
You
but...
will reduce that damage you'll reduce the damage to half.
Cool. So that's 18, so 9.
9 points of damage. Okay. It seems unfazed.
Yeah, I figured as much.
And then
Let's see, secondary plan. I guess I could try and cut whatever the fuck is tentacle is grappling me with my sword. Other than that, I
Yeah.
don't have much.
you want to make an attack?
Yep.
Melee attacks underwater at disadvantage, but go ahead. You have 3 of them.
Okay, so 10 plus 11 is 21.
That's a hit.
+11 plus 11 is 22.
That's a hit.
And the third one, 15 plus 11.
That's disadvantage? Goddamn. Yeah.
Yes!
All 3 hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
The last 2 dice were both 15s.
I'm unlucky.
Alright,
Fucks up the
so-
knot, hits 3 disadvantage attacks.
Right, so
As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and just...
that's
Erected.
right. So
Since it's an intense
first
moment, let's
attack-
fix this. Alright, you don't have to...
Yeah.
I got excited.
Alright,
What, you got a bow or
first
something?
attack is what? Well, just roll all the damage together.
first, yeah, I did. So we have 16, 12, and 11.
Yeah, okay. In your moment of, like, not even really panic, just in the moment of necessity, you swipe the sword down under the water, cutting through it and whatever the hell has you, and you feel its grasp loosen on you, as whatever it is no longer holding on to you. You've severed the tendon, or whatever is there. Tentacle
Wonderful.
or something.
I'm swimming the fuck out of here.
Yeah, sure. You're slow, because it's 15 feet of movement, and you were dragged a lot faster. So as you like swim up, swimming up gets you to a point where you can stick your head above the water, and everybody on the surface can see you. They know where you are. With this, Zalin, do you have a bonus action?
Hang on. You know what? I do have a bonus action.
What's the plan?
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Dragon's Breath on myself with. Let's go. Let's see. Should I do lightning or cold?
I will warn you, you do know that Dragon's Breath requires you to
Underwater.
exhale air, so you get like 1 use underwater.
I'm aware.
Okay.
Which is why I have a necklace.
All right, solid.
I'm gonna go with lightning.
Okay, you now have lightning damage.
Wonderful.
At the end of your turn, make me a con save. Since you were submerged underwater.
Dirty 20.
You succeed. You only take 4 points of poison damage.
Figures much.
Okay. Anybody else who wants to do anything?
Why can we not see it?
It's
So
under
murky?
murky, like, black and green water. But you do see Zalon, who stuck his head up over the thing, over the surface of the water, and literally he's just covered in slime and muck.
How far away is Sal?
He'd be about... He waded into the water about, like, 20 feet, and then he would have popped up. Once he was taken under, it would have been 40 feet from there.
I'm gonna toss him
60.
a rope.
Throw a rope at him. You have his rope. You can just kind of, throw that back out.
Yeah, I mean, I need to hold on to one end. And I think it would take time to pull the rope back to me.
It would, actually. You're right, yeah. But you do have another rope you can use.
Another rope.
Can I cast Shield of Faith on Sal?
You may. He's within 60 feet, yeah.
I cast
Thank you.
Enhance ability on
You're welcome.
Goran.
Enhanced ability is concentration.
Oh wait, yeah. It is.
Do you still want to do that?
Ah, fuck. Just leave it on Zalon, I
Okay.
guess.
Nice.
Okay, so. So you're gonna go throw the rope out. Go ahead and make me... Go ahead and make me just a attack roll using dexterity. So,
Let's go. That's something I'm good at.
Yeah.
because it's thrown, it's dexterity.
18.
You have those?
It's not proficiency,
18.
so don't add your proficiency bonus.
18.
18. Okay, good. With an 18, you manage to throw it out in that direction, and you manage to land it right next to Zalon. So Zalon, you can grab it.
Awesome. Done. Object interact. Grab rope.
Pull.
Okay. Everybody else is pulling?
Somebody want to help me pull?
Heave. Heave like my life depends on.
Well, it kind of fucking do.
13.
Well, this is based on movement speeds. Because there are... How many of you are pulling? We've
I
had...
can help pull.
Okay, Caroline's pulling. Illican, are you pulling? Astros helping pull.
Nice.
I'll
I
help.
feel like we could just pull the
Yeah.
rope, like standing still, and just like make the adequate number of strength checks.
I have a
Drag
feeling
down
it's...
to it.
I have a feeling pretty much everybody except Valeth is pulling right now. Because Valeth is still making a shovel.
Shovel.
Priorities.
Isn't this rope just
This is
over-
why you don't leave me
Isn't the-
unsupervised.
Hold up. Didn't we just determine that we did this after the short rest, so
Mm-mm,
Bale could
no.
have the shovel?
Unfortunately, no.
We were initially, but he was like, no, we were gonna do something right after, and I was doing I wanted to do this before the shovel was made, and I was like, all right, well, that's that.
Okay, fair.
So, with everybody pulling,
Maybe.
I want everybody. Well, he's not grappled on right now. Everybody who has a hold of the rope, go ahead and just make me an athletics check.
Come on, big money. No
Who
enemies,
is
no
or
enemies, no
is
enemies.
not?
Is-
Arya, what did I say?
Is or is not? I can hear you. Too many people talking.
Everybody who is.
Okay, athletics.
Mm-hmm.
Typical story.
Yeah. All right. Is that a 2?
3.
It'll come with a nat 20.
Nice.
Plus
That's gonna
9.
come in clutch.
I rolled a 10.
Ooh,
I like the
Astroth
epitome
did
of
not
brains
roll
over
high,
bronze.
but I know her modifiers are.
Athletics. Nej, skill, nej.
Yeah, Tobias.
Skills. Skills?
You both are in the same room. Why?
Och så athletics.
Also athletics.
Och så athletics.
Also athletics. Why they say
That's
also
really
athletics.
good for Aaron. Damn, Aaron surprised everybody with that one. Yeah, with your combined rolls, you were able to you're able to pull even the waterlogged and covered in slime, Zalin. But Zalin, I need you to also make me an athletics checks, as it is pretty difficult to hold on to the rope itself.
Gotcha.
You
That
do
is
have
a
advantage.
Strength boy.
You have advantage.
It's not a... I don't know if that helps. Does that give us advantage?
It would not help him, no. What gives him an advantage is enhance ability.
Wait, why
Okay,
would a non-
that
rope
is
help you
a-
hold on easier?
23.
A 23?
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks to everybody else pulling on the rope and you managing to grab onto it and hang on for dear life, you are pulled out of the water in its entirety.
Okay, I think I know why. The lake is poisoned.
You watch those of you who are paying attention, Arya and Goran, who have Arya and Aaron, who have the highest perceptions, would probably be the ones that notice that this creature, whatever it is, you just see something like coming up to the surface of the water, not even breaking the surface, just enough to come up over it to kind of look in your direction and then go straight back down to the water.
What kind of face did you see?
Hard to tell with the water, it was just black.
Wonderful. Moonbeam it.
You moonbeam in the water?
Yep.
Alright.
20 feet down.
Right.
Moonbeam at the surface.
Okay. You moonbeam a spot where it was and it's no longer there.
I just moved around lake.
Okay, you just
I would
sporadically
electrocute the
moving around
water
lake.
if I didn't know how electricity worked.
God, that would have been funny.
Out of frustration, mother. Lightning. Okay, so. Is everyone clear as to why I should never be left unsupervised?
Yes.
Fantastic. I'm gonna go grab my rope and pull it up.
So I want to help him with that.
Yeah.
I'll help.
Easy enough to do. With everybody just kind of gathering the rope and materials back, Zalin, you are still like soaked head to toe and covered in slime.
Who knows prestidigitation? Because I require a favor.
What'd you call me?
Something about Dark Souls 2.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah-huh.
Nuh-uh.
So, anybody have
I can't argue with that.
prestidigitation? Somebody. Oh, Aaron does. Hey. Aaron can give you
Thank you.
prestidigitation to clean you off most of the way.
Of course.
Good enough.
Actually, prestidigitation, it's a pretty good cantrip. It'd probably clean you the entire way. It's like you were never in there in the first place.
Yay.
But nevertheless, yeah, something's in there.
It is big, it has tentacles, and it does not like me.
That's like my ex.
Why does your ex not like salad?
Because he's a dickhead.
Damn.
Not that much of a dickhead. I do stupid things, but I'm not a dickhead.
Can be argued.
Okay. In this
So
instance,
anywho, upon the rest of the time of completion of the shovel, do I get a short rest or did I just fuck myself over?
I'll still allow you to have a short rest. It's fine.
Thank you. The best.
Okay, where are we currently?
Outside of the water. Up in the mountains.
Which is we're going to the caves.
Cave
Go
and digging a
cave
hole, I
next.
think, is what's next.
Cool.
But after the short rest is complete, Valeth, you have your shovel.
I did it. I have a shovel.
Proud of you.
I'm just gonna go hand it to Goran proudly.
Nice. We can just take turns digging a hole.
Cool.
Yeah, easy enough with the shovel. You can just begin to... It's not dirt. It is mostly, like, rock and stone. But with the shovel itself, it's still easy enough to kind of, like, break up certain parts of the stone itself that are,
Actually, wait. I have a quick question. Why don't we just convert that shit, the entire lake, to holy water again? I know that we said that, okay, yeah, that was a bad idea for the purposes of, you know,
Well, it's also a matter of there is something living in the water.
yeah,
It
The
will
holy
not
water,
stay
you kill
holy
it, you're
water
dealing
for
with it dead.
long. I doubt it's undead.
it could be undead.
I can use Divine Sense. It's only 60 feet, but it's, you know.
Given what I know about creatures with tentacles and who could possibly be doing this, it's not undead. Because the thing it could be that would have been undead is a pile of ash in a cave somewhere very far from here.
It could be another lich.
Yeah, the lich would be in the cave. This creature in the lake is not a lich.
Okay.
Given
No.
the sludge, it's plant matter.
Okay, fair.
And it's not carnivora, because I killed that sucker twice.
Damn, you had to kill it again?
Yeah, we had carnivora too, electric boogaloo.
Damn. I wanted to do that.
Among Us. Oh
Nice.
shit. Fucking electric boogaloo.
Anyways, with the shovel, it is easy enough. Like, the stone itself is easy enough to chip away and break at, and then pull whatever rubble out of there. It will take some time to make yourself a 5-foot hole, but you can absolutely make it happen.
Can I use Divine Sense?
Are you... Yeah, are you doing it in the water or out of the water?
I'm not going in the water.
Okay, so just
Answer.
Divine Sense, outside of the water. Okay. What the fuck? Oh,
What?
it's her phone. That's annoying. Anyway, so using Divine Sense, how long does it last?
Just my
Oh.
turn.
Okay, so you ping your Divine Sense. Nothing.
Okay. Well, at least that means they're still undead within 60 feet of us, which is also good.
The lake is more than 60 feet.
Well, yeah, but it's...
It's not within 60 feet of you if it is undead or it's not undead.
Yeah, but also just, you know, other things.
That's true. Okay. So, those of you who are in the process of making a hole, you have made a hole.
Yay!
You have made a hole. What are you doing now?
Oh, Goran.
I water bend some water into it.
You're gonna put water in a hole?
Yep. And then I cast Purify Food and Drink. Purifies a 5-foot radius of food or water.
Yeah. So you cast the spell, and as the water...
Ritual cast, mind you, but
Okay, so you'll take the time to ritual cast. All right.
Yeah.
You spend some time just kind of waiting and very carefully going through the ritual and natural aspects of the spell. When the spell is complete, you watch as the water does begin to kind of almost like steam a bit, kind of like it's boiling, but without the bubbles or the actual boiling. And every bit of like steam that comes out, you watch like as the steam comes out, the whatever is in it begins to slowly become like less and less. And it weirdly smells like something is burning, and it weirdly smells like flesh.
Oh, that's so much worse.
But nevertheless, you now have clean water, which, as the spell finishes, is clear. And as the water itself is like slowly moving against the stone that you're currently standing on, it begins to kind of take on it begins to get sediment inside of it, essentially. But nevertheless, it worked.
Nice.
Now you just got a couple more miles to go.
Well, given the
If we have
volume of 5 foot by 5 foot by 5 foot hole, this should be enough, at least to help with their water supply, if not to use as a weapon.
Is it a
Yeah.
square hole or like a oval hole or like a
Do
cylinder
not make
hole?
me math out a round fucking hole.
Riley, what is it? Actually, it just says on your spell Goran.
It says
It's just
so.
spelling.
I can do a 5-foot radius of
Radius.
pure. Yes.
10-foot diameter.
Yeah, 10-foot diameter.
A big hole.
It's big hole, but we can
Big hole.
Big hole.
Big ol' hole. Yep.
Big hole. I don't know. Well, if we can get a few people from the village, or with some like water skins and stuff.
Well, you do have some glass jars that were given to you,
Yeah.
so you can start filling it
Well,
up.
For the purpose of...
It's not holy water yet, but
Which, Illiken, are you gonna turn this into holy water?
Yeah, kid.
I'll take the silence as a yes.
Al.
Where are you?
Illiken.
I can say BRB in campaign chat again.
I'm gonna say Hamasama Mahusa.
Well, they muted
They-
themselves, then unmuted themselves, and I think that their mic's just not working.
They talking in like the text chat associated with
Is he? I don't know.
back.
Hey!
Ah.
That work. Hello.
Hi.
Look back.
All right. I was saying, I was just gonna fill the jugs up with water, purify them, and then convert them to holy water since it'll take an hour.
Oh, it's already
you could just-
purified water.
Yeah. So you don't have to do
Yeah.
that. You could just do it in this, and we'd have basically unlimited holy water.
Unlimited is a strong word, but it's a lot more.
Unlimited is a very strong word.
It's
If we use
Good
the real
enough.
life method of making holy water, yes. But this is not real life.
how long would it
Can't
take?
just
to convert?
Minecraft.
See, here's the thing. You can't just make an infinite water source of holy water like you can in real life. This shit's like actual holy water. It actually does something, and requires materials that are worth a shit to actually make.
Just 25.
Fuck you,
silver
Catholic Church.
water.
Anyways,
Technically, water in real life constitutes as holy water as long as 75% of it is made of holy water. So you could technically make holy water continuously, nonstop.
yeah,
for
I
a long
know.
time.
It's fucking
Yeah,
ridiculous.
that's
and stupid.
IRL, not
wait,
this.
This
It's
this
so
is
broken.
a paradox. Listen to this, right? If you have, let's say, 1 liter of holy water,
I know where you're going. with
that
this.
counts as holy water. Listen. It
Yeah.
counts as holy water.
Yeah,
You would then mix in, like
1/4 of a
normal
liter.
water.
A fourth of a liter.
A fourth of a liter. No, slightly more actually, because it's then you would get, yeah, it would.
Has to be at least
yes.
75%. 1/4 of a liter is 25%.
Yeah, that means if you have 1 liter and 1/4 of a liter, you'd have 5/4 of a liter.
Yeah,
you'd have 1
5/4
liter.
of liter. That's right.
Yeah, which would mean
And you pour in 7/4 of a
20%.
liter into the 25%, and you have 100% holy water based on the math you guys are trying to finagle. But this is D&D, and you should just make the fucking holy water in the hole.
If you have holy water and you mix in normal water and it's still holy water, that means you could just make unlimited
Yeah,
holy water.
yeah, exactly. Yes, yeah.
That was the
would
math we were trying
remake
to
it
talk
full
about.
holy water, and not slightly less strong holy water, which is what would happen in real life.
It means
Or
that
with, like,
there's
juice.
literally nothing constitutes as like
When it get too much water out.
yeah, you can't
Right.
water down holy water essentially.
That's still pen.
Yeah. It's
You gonna fix that in your version?
What do you mean in
so
my
if that is
version?
True.
You're
You're-
always
you're-
complaining or commenting like, "Hey, that's fixed in my version."
that's not
I'll
how
keep
it
it.
works in 5e, my guy.
No,
Isn't that
no,
what
your
someone-
system.
Zell?
Your system. That's
Yeah, my
right.
system's also not gonna like. Okay, time out of the game. This shit's not mechanical in 5e. It's also I'm not gonna like. It depends on the world. Like my world, I'm not basing how you make holy water off how the Catholic Church claims to make holy water because it's fucking fraud. We're not doing that. This is just making holy water through the magical means. That's how it works in 5e because that's how it works in my world. It's how it works in my system because it's how it'll work in my future worlds. I'm not like
I messed up. I didn't know that.
You're
I thought
good. I
that
just
Zalan said that that like if you mix in some water, then it would still be holy water. That was that's
Yeah,
not
and
what
then
Zalan
I
said.
immediately said afterward, that's not how it works in D&D, so make the fucking holy water in the hole.
Oh,
Illican, you making
I
the
didn't
fucking
catch
holy
that.
water
when
in the
you
hole?
make holy water, you imbue water with magical energy. It's not just water.
No, you poke holes in it.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah, start the ritual.
Astaroth just reaches for her warhammer.
I am.
This would be
where's the
ceremony.
There it is. It just requires first level,
Mhm.
so I use the first level slot.
And materials.
And 25 gold worth of silver powder.
I already had that.
Okay. How much of that do you have?
Mm-hmm.
4 gold.
I think I have. I have 60 gold worth of silver powder.
Okay. So, how many times are you casting the spell on this body of water? At least, or until it works.
Oh yeah, because it's a ceremony.
Right. For ceremony, though, how much holy water can you make with
Ritual
that?
takes 1 hour. It does
Um,
not specify.
so it just says I touch a vial of water and cause it to become holy water.
Mm.
So that's why the containers have to contain water to count.
Mm-hmm.
What if we just put a lid on this hole?
It needs to be a vial. So if you can make a glass
Right.
container with a big cork top, there you go.
Alright, get some sand. I'm about to do some fire magic.
No,
Oh,
but
God.
for real, we already have jugs. So I'm just taking my jugs out of my bag of holding and filling them up with water.
Yeah, easy enough. You fill up
I
your
have
jugs.
one really big one.
Sure. Yeah, one really big one, and then you got a bunch of really small ones. I say really small. They're like
we'll do the
handheld
really
ones.
big one for holy water.
Okay. Well, the problem with that is you need to cast it multiple times to get all the water in it. But
And that would take several hours.
yeah,
And I can do
We'll
it.
do-
you have
times.
clean water. We'll say this: you have clean water.
Yeah.
You can perform the ritual later. And with the glass jars in your bag of holding full of water, there's no risk of them being destroyed.
Yeah.
Okay. So you filled up all your jars with the holy water, and then that'll be a problem
The
for later.
water.
With the water, thank you.
Correct.
You guys going into the cave now?
I
Find the
think
cave. Let's go spelunking.
Splunking it is.
Splunking. Okay. So,
I'll
as
take
you
point.
okay, Unlucky Zalin going first.
Correct. I mean, if anyone's gonna take the hit, it should be me.
As you all begin to, one by one, or in your group as a mass, make your way into the cave. Those of you without dark vision, Astaroth. Illic, and you'll have to give Astaroth dark vision.
Alright.
But with that, you and Astaroth can see normally. What's up?
Doesn't Starry not have dark vision as well?
He's a half elf.
I do have.
No, it's Aaron.
Oh, okay.
Aaron doesn't? Oh, Aaron's human.
Ow!
Wait, hold on.
Sorry.
Would
Haha.
Aaron be next to me, technically? Next to
Yeah.
me, Astro?
Yeah.
Because I can do up to 3 people with dark vision.
Yeah, there you go. You can just give it off.
There we go. Like, Astaroth touches Aaron, and I touch Astaroth, and like, both of them.
The
get
chain
dark
of
vision.
sight.
A chain of sight, yeah.
Yeah, I chose my race for the benefits.
Lots of touching.
Isn't being a Goliath just such a perky thing?
So, as you all are making your way into this little cave here, you do see some of the, like, it looks like there's a small amount of water in this little cave space that's on the ground, and it's unclear where exactly it's coming from, but it is the same kind of dark color. It's possible that if this pool were, like, high enough, then it could potentially, the baseline of the water could fill the bottom of this cave. It's just not like that at the moment. This is just sediment what's left.
Awesome.
Where
We'll try and get here out of here before it rains.
you see as well, there is, on the ground, it's that same kind of, like, slimy, murky liquid stuff that's remains afterwards. But nevertheless, you push through and make your way into the cave.
So,
Are you guys going
That's not
quietly, or are you guys just going normal pace? Normal
I'm
pace,
cool
got
with whatever pace.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
So, as you make your way into the cave and begin to kind of feel the cave, literally, like, you feel it kind of going up a little bit and then following down, as though it's kind of following a very similar, like, path to the terrain above. And you notice that as the cave continues on downward, you eventually come to a point where there seems to be a relatively open chamber. And I say relatively because, like, there are a number of, there's a number of, pillars, almost, that seem to be slowly forming themselves into stalactites and stalagmites, with numbers of each of them, in this little area as well. But you can see there's enough space that parts, like, any of you can walk through this area, no problem. But something that is noteworthy is the debris that's in this room. There's rock that's been broken off that seems to have either been, like physically shoved off or broken off from the ceiling bits or from the underground bits. Like, something was in here and caused some of these pillar pieces that still remain to just be destroyed. You get the sense that if the reservoir above fills up high enough, then water will start running down into here, which would allow that creature to get in here. And you can guess that creature's probably what caused the destruction. Best to not be down
like
here
I
when it
said,
rains.
we should probably get out before it rains.
There is one other cave entrance that you can make your way up into as well, though. Or at least a different route you guys can take now. Which point, as you turn and begin to make your way into there, as you travel for maybe another 4 or 5 minutes, you eventually come to a point where there is what looks like a kind of like a sheer wall. It's the cave that you're walking down just all of a sudden abruptly ends into a wall or a dead end. But you notice by looking up that it does continue upward about 60-ish feet.
All right, who can climb?
Climb?
Climb like up a sheer rock wall, approximately 60 feet.
Does it look like it can be scaled, like for a normal person?
Possibly. It just doesn't look like it has been.
Alright, I'll try to
gas
just...
mode?
You could expend the spell for gas mode if you absolutely wanted to.
I already have
Starry's-
gas mode for the day.
You do? You do? Oh
I
yeah,
already
it's still,
cast it last session.
yeah, still the same day. That's right.
Yep.
Starry, do you want to do anything other than gas mode?
Gas mode? I can do this myself.
Okay.
I don't think I can climb a wall.
Alright, you're gonna
I
try to
just tried
climb the
climbing.
wall?
I believe in
Yeah.
you, Story. I'm gonna gas mode up. I'm gonna check it out, make sure things are okay.
Okay.
What save is gotta be safe.
So essentially,
Yeah.
Starry, you have about a minute before Goran just whizzes right past you. So go ahead and make me an athletics check.
I believe in you, Story.
Before you check it, I might want to have to re-roll that. That's an 11. I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Do I have to use that before or after?
After. Well, yeah, you can use it whenever.
That's a 16. I'm gonna use it now.
Okay.
Which is a how much for the inspiration?
D6.
A 6.
Nice. So that's 22.
22.
Yeah. So you managed to actually quite like impress everybody when you kind of leap up, even in all your like armor and gear, grabbing a hold of parts of the wall and pinning yourself between the different aspects of it where you can reach. One of your foot does kind of slip a little bit, but you manage to just barely catch yourself on what looks like a lucky protruding edge.
Yeah.
You with that begin to slowly like climb up. It is really difficult to climb up this, but it's not impossible. You make it up.
Check athletics.
Yep.
You got this, Starry.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Wasn't I almost there?
You
Uh,
were up
15
15
feet?
feet.
15 of 60.
Alright, I fall down 20 feet.
Yeah, you'll take 8 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ah,
You'll be fine.
Just 8.
I almost had that grind.
2d6, yeah.
2d6
Um,
or 8.
8.
I
you
would
take the
clap,
8.
but I'm immobile for the next minute.
Yeah, Goran didn't see that.
No, I can still
Don't worry
look.
about it.
I just can't move.
Don't worry, buddy. I got you.
Thanks.
Are you gonna do it now
I
too?
gas mode up.
Oh, okay.
Well,
good.
no, his hands
I
were,
can
his hands
drop
were
rope.
occupied.
Hang on. Oh, you're clapping. Okay, got it. I misunderstood what was happening.
I thought you were
Goran...
helping me up.
No, he was giving you a hand.
Handy?
No, sorry.
You wish.
I do. I'm just kidding.
So,
Yeah.
Goran, you finish your gas mode and float up the 60 feet. Are you gonna ungas mode and look around, or are you just gonna look around first?
I'm gonna look around first.
Okay. I know you're a pretty cautious person. Are you being stealthy or no?
Me stealthy.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make me a stealth check. It means it'll take longer, but you can feel more
20.
at ease. 20. Okay. Remember that's gas mode stealth, so you don't get the advantage.
I didn't have advantage though.
Okay, cool. So
If I had advantage, I would have rolled higher.
I know. So as you
I only
in your,
rolled a 12, guys. Come on.
in your gas mode begin to kind of and fly around and very carefully look around the area to find what might be in here. There's not much to gather. This is a fairly large chamber. What is your passive? Actually, yeah, go ahead and also make me a perception check. This is sight.
That was stealth, yeah, no. The perception.
Do it.
Also 20.
20. Okay.
I
looking,
also rolled 12.
looking around, you can see that there are a number of things that are really odd. Like you see patches of completely like pitch black something or other on the floor, some kind of stain. You can look up and you can see like most of this room itself is a really odd, like ominous empty chamber, but there is no echo. You do begin to hear like something moving in this room, and it's unclear what exactly, but you do eventually, with your 20 and 20 stealth, find it while remaining hidden. You see there are a couple of strange undead creatures that you don't really like. They look odd. They're humanoid, not giant. And they have something about them that, like, they aren't intense, but they look almost warped. It's really hard to discern, like, what exactly is wrong with them, but there's something up with them.
Okay.
Nice. I'm going to on gas mode at the ledge.
Okay.
Is there somewhere to tie down a rope?
Yes, you would absolutely be able to find something like a pillar or something to tie
Fine.
down. If you have Zalin's 100-foot rope, you could absolutely just make it happen.
I also have a
There's a
60-foot
grappling hook
knotted
attached to that.
rope. Isn't there a grappling hook attached to mine as well?
Specifically Goran, it would still be difficult to. You wouldn't get the full 60 feet down there, but you'd have to tie it off a little bit away. But it's still, yeah, you can use your.
How far is the ledge?
Well, from the place you can tie it down.
Yeah, no. I mean, so not. How high is the ledge? I mean.
The ledge is 60 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll use Salon's rope.
Okay, yeah. I figured you could have probably like taken it from him
100
from
feet.
down there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, closer to like 80, 90 because I tied it, so it's
Easy
easier
enough.
to climb.
Go ahead and make me a intelligence survival check, Goran.
How's your knot tying skills, Goran?
Bad.
Who's
It's a
first?
five.
Mine has
There's a
grappling
grappling
hook,
hook
so
on
it should
Salon's
help.
rope. I don't need to really tie it off that much.
Good thought process. Who's first?
I'll go first.
Okay. Zalin, how much do you weigh?
I don't trust my note.
Huh?
How much do you weigh with all your stuff?
Well, with all of my stuff, give me a sec. 'Cause give me a sec. To do a bit of math, I need. 297.
297?
Yeah,
Jesus.
so I have a lot of stuff.
Okay. So, same number. Goran, the moment Zalin pulls, like, Zalin, you trust your friend, right? You trust him a lot.
Yeah.
He's got this knot. He always
You'll
bitches
trust
about
me-
knots. You jump up, grab the rope, it falls down with you. Goran, as the rope comes down and as he's trying to, like, as he went to go pull it, you watch as where you had kind of like locked it around using the grappling hook, it had come loose from its point, and you hear the sound of the grappling hook as it ting 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 down the fucking hole. It's loud.
Fuck.
And you begin to hear something moving behind you.
Moonbeam.
Does Moonbeam emit any light at all?
Dim light, yes.
Dim light in the area? Okay. You send your moonbeam out. Go ahead and expend the spell slot again. You send out a moonbeam in a general area.
Just behind. Well, is there like a so the way you described it implies a bit of a passage.
Bit of a what?
Okay. It implies there's a bit of a. Is there like a bit of a passage between me and whatever?
There. It's more like maybe about a 10-foot long easement before you get into the chamber.
Right.
But yeah, there's not much of a hallway that leads into it.
Wonderful, 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 wonderful. It's a 5-foot radius.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's 10-foot easement, it would just cut off most of it.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you're thinking like right in front of you in case when something comes up. Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Fuck
moonbeam you moonbeam right there for when something is coming, and you're just gonna keep it there.
Yeah, for now.
All right.
All right.
It's a 5th level moonbeam. Fuck around and find out, motherfucker.
Well, whatever it is, it's probably
Who's-
gonna fuck around and find out. Because while all that is happening, the rest of you down below hear and feel the thud of footsteps.
Fuck.
Goran,
All right. I'm gonna.
as all these things are happening, the dim light that you've emitted has drawn attention to these strange undead creatures in the other side of the room, that now that they are hearing noise begin to glow a strange, like they strangely begin to glow, one of them a red color, the other a green color.
Okay, Goran. Mike, since noises happen, Zal's gonna ask, "What do you see up there?"
Zombies. Glowing zombies.
Thud,
Oh, cool.
Thud.
They explode.
thud. All of a sudden,
nice.
you see
Grappling
the
hookup.
undead face of a
Emerald.
ancient dragon that is just
Oh,
looking at
motherfucker.
you
No.
on the other side of the moonbeam, and it lunges for you. It's gonna take the moonbeam damage, but
I
that
jump.
is
Did I
yeah,
get
you jump.
to
Okay, I'll give this disadvantage
that
then
up?
because you would have been absolutely like hearing all this on edge, ready to just jump into the hole. That is still a 17 to hit.
That doesn't hit me. AC 19. Fuck
Lucky you, because as this
Nice.
thing busts through the rock, as it just ships and shears away, as it lunges for you, you begin to fall 60 feet rather than into its mouth.
Oh, cool. Can I try and catch him?
You may. Goran,
hold
make
up,
me an
give me a
acrobatics
sec.
check.
That's an athletics check. Give me a sec. Yeah, that's my acrobatics, isn't it?
Acrobatics?
Yeah, that is not my acrobatics. Never mind. That would be 18.
18 isn't bad. Yeah, okay. So you'll take... oh, wow, that's actually pretty terrible damage anyways. So it'll only... Oh, wait. Forgot it's, a little more. So that's...
Did I ever get the guess mod up?
You did not, no, before all this happened. So it's 20 points of damage. I'll reduce it to half because of the acrobatics check. So 10. Zalin, you'll take half of that for catching him, which is 5. Which means,
Nice.
Cool.
Goran, you take 5, Zalin, you take 5.
Nice.
Awesome.
It takes 23 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
Is it vulnerable to radiant damage?
It is not.
Why? It's undead.
It is undead.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck
so-
this is different. It is not resistant, but it is not vulnerable either.
So whatever these things are, they kind of are powered by Moon, for whatever fucking reason.
Interesting.
Yeah, they like the moon. I don't know why.
Chronovore
But the
was very
glowing ones
similar.
explode.
At which point, yeah, as you say that, you hear them running into the area.
Cool. Scatter now.
You guys run back, run out of the cave.
I do.
Yeah, easy enough. You're a lot faster than they are. As you begin to kind of run out of the cave, behind you, Zalin, you can hear the detonation of the two as they fall down the chute.
Like I said, they explode.
But you hear that that dragon is still like wanting after you. It is digging into the ground, doing its best to get down this thin hole that it can't fit down, but it's fucking trying. Nevertheless,
Okay.
you make it into the chamber from before. Are you guys leaving the whole ass cave?
I don't think we should, because good news, this is definitely the way we're supposed to go. Bad news, that.
Wait, is the dragon not seeing them?
The dragon's seen Goran and is now digging into the ground to try to get to you.
I become an earth elemental and fucking siege this place.
Okay, you're gonna siege the chamber the hallway that leads into the cave that leads into that chamber.
Yes,
that mean?
but I wait until everyone's out, I think.
Yeah, easy enough to do. You become giant earth elemental. You yourself don't even fit in these hallways, but you can use your earth elemental powers, siege into the wall, and cause a collapse in the area, making it harder to get to you.
All right. Okay. So like I said, good news and bad news.
What's the plan?
Nice.
I mean, we could always do the most basic plan, hit it till it dies.
We could. I move the moonbeam so it's closer to us.
Does it have to be a point you can see?
I don't believe so now. Give me a sec. I'm gonna read this spell.
I feel like I've asked this before too.
It says a point, centered on a point within range. Not.
Okay. So easy enough to do. You can put it within your range that you want to put it.
Yep, move it 30 feet closer to us. Does it take more moonbeam damage?
If we're saying 30 feet closer to you, remember, you guys would have ran, and it would have taken you about, like, 30 minutes to travel down this tunnel just to get to that point.
Okay, hear me out on this one. My point is, if it's digging, right?
Oh,
It's
yeah,
gotta
you're gonna constantly, like, hit it with the moonbeam.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. It'll take some more damage from that, and this will probably go on for maybe, like, 2 more turns, before eventually it gives up and moves off and away.
39 and... What is it called? 39 and 19 points of damage.
Okay.
Fuck you. Hey, so
Pretty
you
good
said,
damage.
yeah, you said, it's moon powered, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like
if we
the
wanted-
pirate buddy of mine that you met had a moon-touched sword that glowed, and the zombies loved that thing.
Ah, good to know. Okay, well, hear me out on this one, right? We could just hit it until it dies. I have Sunbeam.
That would definitely be something different.
Yep. I'd have to draw
got
concentration
Fireball.
on Moonbeam, but we got Fireball. I got Sunbeam and Fireball. Fuck you.
I guess if,
only
if
problem
anywhere we're
is-
supposed to fight it, I would love to be in an open area.
Yeah.
There is an open
Preferably
area.
maybe not
upstairs.
outside. Yeah, preferably not outside, because if it's a dragon, it could probably fly. And that's just a
Yeah.
whole other thing we need to deal with.
Yeah, true.
We still hear this
Right.
dragon, like, coming for us, right?
After running away and causing the cave collapse, no.
Hmm.
Can we uncollapse the cave?
It would take some time, but Arya fucking collapsed it, so...
I could try to
Okay.
uncollapse it.
It would take... It's definitely possible, it would just take some time to clear the rubble out of the way. And considering that it was in the middle of a long hallway, it's going to take longer. The plus side, though, you could probably spend an hour doing that and the holy water.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could throw the holy water on the fucking dragon.
Yeah.
But we do have to go this way. Because whatever the hell is making all these zombies is this way. That much I can basically confirm.
Yeah. It's like video game logic, right? If you're not meeting resistance, you're not going the right way.
That's how it's worked so far.
Okay. So, sorry, I was in the middle of taking care of something. What did you say you were doing?
I guess
We're
I'll.
gonna.
Arya, go ahead.
I guess I'll try to like move the rubble.
Yeah, sure. That in your earth form, you'll take you some time, but you can absolutely begin the process of undoing that, and moving all of the stone out of the way, while Illiken is in the middle of doing the thing with the holy water.
Yeah.
All right. While all of that is happening, and yes.
Oh no, I was gonna say I have one note about Sunbeam. It might be effective here, but if you're near me, it casts bright light. If we're doing this, and you're near me, we cannot stealth. Not practically, anyway. That room is fucking pitch black.
I'm pretty sure stealth is kind of out of the question at this point.
True. I don't know. I do a lot of bonus action hide shit, and Caroline does the whole invisibility thing, which I guess it'd still be invisible.
Okay. With that,
Caroline or Spot, if you're saying anything, we couldn't hear you.
I just realized I was muted this whole fucking time. Oh my god.
okay. You're listening, okay.
Listening to the
what did you say?
Illiken, what did you say?
I've been saying a bunch of shit this whole time.
What did you just say?
That she was muted this whole time.
I just
okay.
realized, I was like, oh shit. I was going to say we could have taken the opportunity to, while the dragon is trapped, to long rest, if that was possible.
Long rest.
Mm-hmm.
Short rest.
I wouldn't do that in this cave, because if it rains, the water level rises, then we have a whole other fucking problem.
And also, is the dragon trapped forever?
Well, if the dragon
No.
can dig, no, it's just a matter of how badly it wants us.
Well,
And
we're looking
we
kinda
obviously
tasty right now.
know that when it starts to dig, we'd feel it and hear it, and it's not doing anything right now, so we got time.
We're like 8 hours though. I don't know how long the long rest is.
8 hours.
8 hours,
okay.
yeah.
I mean, sure.
We
I
could
mean, if we're running away,
find
this
a
would be
high
a great
point.
opportunity to run away, wouldn't it?
I mean, if you guys are spending the hour to unfuck the collapse that Arya did and to do the holy water, that's a short rest. I'll allow it.
Yeah, but the problem is that short rest doesn't give the casters their spell
Spell
slots
slots.
back,
Yeah.
which is what Illiken is asking for.
Because I literally have no second level, no third level, no fourth level, only 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Oh no.
Here's something we can
Plus
do. We'll go ahead and take
3
the water
for
back to the
silver.
village long rest, then come back and attack this tomorrow.
Yeah, that
I like
sounds
that.
plan.
Someone.
Because then we can also get
Camp.
more holy.
Yeah.
Well, you
Should we
guys
have
might be able to get away with camping at the lake and keeping an eye on it.
No.
You don't have to stay right next
But-
to the shore, but you can be within distance to hear or see anything.
Or we can
If
leave
something
Gecko
happens.
here, maybe.
I mean, okay, so a few things. First off, I think staying by the lake is a bad idea. We have somewhere that is secure and defendable at the village. We could spend the rest of the day doing some help around the village and spend the night, rest, recuperate, and then attack this thing again tomorrow. We'd all be at full power, we would all have the ability to do basically whatever it is we wanted or needed to do. We also know the location.
If only we
Could
had
we
like
leave
a
Gecko here
flare,
just in
like a
case?
firework, but a flare. So that way, in case the scout sees something and shoots the flare up, we can be notified immediately if something is going wrong. Even if that would interrupt our long rest.
I think that is definitely an idea. Do you have a flare?
I don't.
got
That's
firebolt.
why I said I wish we had one.
Yeah. So I think that we're better off just going to the village. Caroline was trying to say something.
No, just my suggestion of maybe leaving Gecko as
Yeah.
a scout.
Just leaving Gecko in general.
Gecko glares at you.
No.
We need more non-player
Gecko's
animal
nice,
companions.
but Gecko is smart.
Gecko fly
Oh,
like
wait, Robo Dog.
Gecko rushes over to you, Aaron, and fucking pecks you on the forehead.
What
Nice.
about Robo Dog?
Yeah, he's smart. He's
And
also a
what
dick.
What happened to the dude with the
Gecko
bird
is a
in his
better
jacket?
idea.
What happened to what? And what?
What happened to the dude who had a bird in his jacket at all times?
I don't know.
I left the bird back at base. Also,
Ah.
Gecko is like better
Far
than
superior.
yeah.
Imagine not being able to summon.
As long as one companion can be
Or
fast
we can
enough
leave Nora.
to
That's
rush
true. No, we're not.
and warn.
Nora doesn't want to be
Something
left
keep an eye
here.
on this lake, because this lake, obviously, whatever was in it, knows that we're here now and knows that we're
Or we can
looking.
leave both of them together.
Yeah, and its master probably also knows we're here, so leaving a scout would only get the scout killed.
No,
Yeah.
not if the scout is fast and sneaky.
Here's the thing: as far
A
as
bird
like
would do
general
good.
speed goes, while yes, Gecko is fast, Gecko has 2 points of health and 11 AC.
Gecko's a bird, eh? No, Gecko's a
here.
gecko. Gecko's a what?
Yes, Gecko is an owl.
Gecko's a bird.
Okay, just making
Gecko
sure.
is an owl? Oh, that's even better. Owls are fast and they're quiet flyers. Their wings make no noise,
Yes.
which means Gecko could
Maybe we
get
should
by
have them around.
undetected.
That's one.
Yeah, could and will are two very different.
Dungeon Master,
What?
you got any input on this situation? Do you think leaving Gecko behind would be a good idea? Maybe 2?
Do you? I'm not giving you any input. This is your choice.
We need something to scout. We need something to keep an eye out because this lake is not
No, we
that far
don't.
from the village.
The earth elemental starts to leave.
Arya,
She's fed up with
The
our
frickin'
shit.
tiefling follows the earth elemental.
I have a gut feeling. I am concerned about this. I don't want to.
I'm
leave
aware
this
about your
lake
gut
without
feeling.
anything being
Unfortunately, your
attended.
gut feeling will get somebody killed.
What about the companion construct? What about our little robo dog? What happened to that guy?
Very kind of you.
prefer it not die. Also, it can't. I don't believe it can communicate.
It can still run back to the village and bark.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I'll stay if no one else is going to. It's just a dragon, am I right?
Well, if nobody else is gonna give any suggestions, then I'm just gonna stay here.
Can I get
Bad
up
idea.
there to the others now?
What did you say?
I
Sorry.
returned.
Are the others still up with the dragon? Not.
You all escaped that.
Yeah, we got away.
God.
We ran. And collapsed
Okay.
it on behind us. I think it's probably a good idea to... Okay, so what did I miss? I was away for like a couple minutes.
You're deciding what to do next.
Okay. What did I miss in terms of discussion?
Most of the group wants to go back to the village to rest. Arya wants to leave a scout
No.
as a sacrifice.
Illiken wants to leave a scout.
Illiken
Arya's
wants to
the
leave a
Earth
scout as a
Elemental that fucked
sacrifice.
up.
My mistake. My
I
mistake.
want to go back and long
Names
rest,
are hard.
but I also don't want to like. What if these
We
things
could
dig their
leave
way out
Gecko
while we're
here.
long resting, and we wake up to the village being attacked?
The village can be guarded. We can take shifts if there isn't already a guard regiment. Or like somebody on guard duty.
If the village has
Because-
lasted this long, they know what they're doing. Plus, you
Yeah.
just heal all of their soldiers, so they're better off than they were before. Also,
That's
when
true.
Gecko came back to me, while I did focus on the cave, there were undead approaching the village at that point. I don't know exactly how close they were. They were just headed towards it.
And so they're aware.
So leaving a
This
scout
is-
here wouldn't help, because there are
That's
undead
true.
out there.
Okay. I just don't want my only people being gone. Like, there are
Yeah.
other Goliaths in the world, but
Here's the
Might
thing,
be.
right?
We'd be resting at your people's village, so if anything happens to them, we're there to help.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, let's hop to and get our asses there then.
Cool.
So,
Actually, hold up. I do
Holding
think it's
up?
worth leaving Gecko here. I really do. No. Because
I
what
mean-
if the dragon tries to take out?
Gecko
Maybe get
flies
out a little
over
bit.
and grabs your hand with his B card.
Nice. Can
Is this
I know
Gecko
you don't
saying
want
no?
to Gecko, but
I mean, owls have fantastic hearing and fantastic sight, so it's not like he would have to be next to the lake. He'd just need a high perch. And he'd be able to fly away at the first sign of danger
Mm-hmm.
in case the dragon starts to come out. Because the
You'd see-
dragon is the
You
The
just
most
see Gecko
important
like
thing we
turning
need to
his
worry
head to
about.
look at you, just
Yeah.
really, bitch.
But if Gecko
Gecko
really,
knows
really,
what
really,
happens
really
anytime I send them on any sort of dangerous mission.
if
He gets
Gecko
resummoned in a month.
really feels against
Yeah.
something, he doesn't have to. It's
Can't
just
we
a
resummon him
suggestion.
now? Don't you have the materials?
It's more a matter of this is the third time I've resummoned him and he became an owl. First he was a lizard, then he was a crow, and now he's an owl.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, owls are very cute.
This is season 3 Gecko here.
Season 3.
Are you leaving Gecko?
If the party consensus is to at least have some sort of notice for if the dragon's trying to leave, fine. I'll have him go on a high perch. At the first sight of anything going wrong, rumbling, freaking bad noises, bad vibes, he just leaves.
You all
Even
watch.
smell.
You all watch as after the command is given, Gecko flies over and flaps the fuck out of Zalin's face before taking off out of the cave.
I know!
So we're sending Gecko back into the cave.
You're sending
No,
Gecko to go
he's
find a
out
high
of the
perch
cave.
to pay attention to the surroundings outside. While the rest of you head back to the camp.
Well, how about we got, water enough? Do we ever want to go back to that cave, see if there's still a lich there? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
We can
We're going
Maybe
back to the
tomorrow.
cave
if nothing happens.
tomorrow.
I'm sure
If
that
things
the
if things are normal, we will go back.
Okay,
Like, if
hold up.
something happens overnight and tomorrow, we will go back and we will look for that lich.
Yep, that's kind of the goal here.
yeah,
Rest,
We
I'm
just
sure
need
go
to
the
great.
rest so I can use more of my spells.
Yeah. We can also
Um,
prepare spells to fight the undead specifically.
true.
And that.
And I'm
that
sure
is
that the
exactly
Goliath
true.
Traillands would be very glad to hear that we're helping
Once
them out
we
in
get
this
there, I would
fight.
like
Or
for
not.
us to, when we get back to the village, I would like for us to make that holy water just so we have it.
Oh,
Mhm.
yes. I'm pretty sure we already made it, didn't we?
Oh no, we never finished digging the hole back. So we decided instead of just digging this hole, we'll rest up, get our spell slots back, and then attack this tomorrow.
Yeah, also, do have the water if we made the holy water during a short rest.
There's
It
more
would be up to
drinking
you.
water, at least.
Okay.
Okay. With the plan set in motion, you all making your way back to the village. We'll go ahead and take a break here. Come back in about 10-20 minutes.
Come.
Because I know I need a break.
You get your break.
Yeah,
We'll
like
be right back.
anytime I have sent,
Go ahead. By the way,
like
hot mics, please.
anytime I have sent Gecko to do anything, he's come back dead.
This time we need to emphasize to Gecko to not die.
I'd like for everyone to know that
He has an attitude for a reason.
I know
Also-
I've been paying attention to everything and writing it all down.
Nice.
These are my notes. The colors are like main things that are happening. This is like a secret. This sounds like a Riley adding shit that will be used in the future for like, that's why that was like that. It specifically
been
says
typing
Blurry,
it
that
out.
we can't read
the
it.
water that Goran made smelled like flesh, which sounds like it's gonna be a hint for something in the future. Like any water that's made comes from like a world of living mountains,
Okay.
flesh or something stupid.
I think. Okay, hear me out.
Anyway,
This
I'm
one.
paying
I think you're going a little overboard on.
No. Let him cook.
Yeah, I don't. I think the answer is whatever was in the water is undead.
But we didn't put, like, weren't you talking about the water that you created out of nothing, like out of spell?
Purified,
No.
not created.
You
I'm gonna get a
purified it.
drink.
Yeah, no. Shape water from the lake into the hole, then purify the water in the hole.
Purified from the murky lake. It smells of flesh. Gotcha.
When
Cool.
purified.
The wording behind that was
It smelled like
because
burning
you're
flesh.
purifying little sludge bits
Flesh
out of the
of-
water, and burning away the flesh that the creature was
Burning
secreting.
flesh
Whatever.
and purified. That's awful. Also, no one can bitch of me not paying attention. I got the shit wrote down.
Great, and I write it in 3 other languages.
You know what? I'm glad that you're trying to pay more attention to the game. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I mentioned it to Riley. She didn't give a shit.
I'm very
Thank
proud,
you.
Star 8.
Thank you.
too.
Thanks, everyone. I don't know. I might fucking have ADHD or something. A lot of people say it. I got tested when I was a kid. They said I didn't have it, but I'm.
Yeah, they
Do
say
it
that a
again.
lot of the time when people
Yeah,
do.
it's hard to get diagnosed with ADHD.
It's
when
just
you're a
because they
kid.
use the textbook definition of ADHD, and that's not even the most accurate version of it, because the textbook is mostly like stereotypes.
I am showing
Um,
a lot of signs, but I haven't been tested, so I'm not gonna self-diagnose it.
Also, it's
I mean,
not
I
about the
haven't been
textbook.
tested either, and I'm pretty sure I also have ADHD. It's fine.
So,
Yeah, Trader.
just to speak on that, the reason that it's harder to diagnose kids with mental health disorders is for a variety of reasons, but the diagnostic criteria are meant for adults and not kids. So, just based off of that, it's a lot harder to get the accurate information on it. And there are different definitions and different ways to diagnose kids, but depending on when you got tested and how you got tested, and maybe even who you got tested by, it's harder to diagnose kids with ADHD. So it might be worth getting retested now, or when you go into university, if those resources are available to you. If you are interested in something like that, you could get academic accommodations for it. That's pretty common.
Yeah, we do that here too. Like you can, you have a right of more time on exams if you have ADHD. Like I don't remember the exact name for it right now, but like you have trouble reading and writing.
Dyslexia.
And like
Dyslexia, yeah,
thanks.
that's often
And
with ADHD.
also if you have pollen allergy.
Hi, that's me.
Yep. That's me, and we also live in the worst state for pollen allergies. Not even kidding, it has been rated #1 worst state for pollen allergies because of the fact that the air is stale and there are so many flowering plants in this state.
So that means that
Make sure that we boost our immune systems and like eat local honey and stuff like that.
Tennessee, eh?
I don't. I stay indoors every day.
Hey,
I have a question.
What's
I'm
up?
allergic to both pollen and any animal with fur. How am I alive?
Honestly, we're still wondering to this day.
No fucking clue, man. You got lucky. That's what.
You lost your sense of smell. That was the sacrifice you had to pay.
Drat.
Also, a lot of allergies are a mental thing. It's like trauma and a bodily response, like an immune response.
No.
To trauma.
You're just wrong.
No.
You're objectively wrong, Illigan. It's your
For
body
some
being like.
people,
I
not
was almost
for
killed by
everyone.
one.
It is a rare thing. It is a very rare thing.
Okay, you said just for most people, and now you're walking that back to it's a very rare thing.
When did I say for most people?
You literally said it.
You just did. That was literally the wording.
Beginning of the sentence.
I'm going back. I didn't pay attention.
Yeah.
Ellen, it's okay to not know everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
No, it's a thing. It
shut-
is a thing. I didn't mean to word it like that. And y'all do talk over a lot. And to rephrase what I meant to say,
Should I talk
not
over you?
most people have it. In fact, quite a lot of people are normal and have legitimate born allergies. Like my dad was born with the allergy to pickles. Such a bizarre and specific allergy. On a rare occasion, an allergy can be caused from trauma. My mother became allergic to cannabis after a traumatic experience happened when I was 3. She and my dad went out. They got stoned off their rears while I was 3 years old, and I was at I was with my grandma at my aunt and uncle's house while we were in vacation. And my grandma, she played War of the Worlds and Dreamcatcher and several other movies. She thought she was watching it alone. I was in the living room with her. I watched them with her without her knowledge. I thought she knew I was awake, but I guess she didn't realize. I fell asleep, had a nightmare, woke up, went looking for my parents, went outside, went down the street, across a 6-lane street, and down it all the way to the 7-Eleven, which was like half a mile to a quarter mile, quite a distance for a toddler, crying my eyes out. Luckily, an old couple found me and were taking care of me, and it scared my mom so bad that she developed an allergy to cannabis because of the trauma.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Because that's not how that fucking works. It's not an allergy she would have developed to cannabis. Maybe an anxiety to using
considered
it.
an allergy because of the.
You're not gonna
response
develop
that
an
she had
allergy
toward
to
it.
for trauma. That's not how that fucking works. That's just not how that works.
It could just be a trauma response to, oh hey, there's this thing that happened that made it so that it's.
Yes, it's not a real allergy. No.
Okay.
That
It
is
is-
not an allergy.
It is a body's response to it
Oh my god.
because of the traumatic
Okay.
experience that my mother went
So-
through.
So
It is extremely rare.
so
But it
here's
does
the
happen.
thing, right? That's called a trauma response. It's not called an allergy. Some people might misnomer it as an allergy because they don't have language for it. But if you say have an anxiety issue or something, or
But it
you
was an immune
develop
response.
okay,
Her body would react to it as if she actually was
how
allergic.
would she react to it? Is the question, right? How would you react to it?
Been a while since she told me this. So I don't remember what she said would happen to her. But what happened was similar or in the same line of response as an allergy. And allergies can come in many
Okay.
different severities
So
and can
nothing-
present with different
So
symptoms.
no. So hear me out in this one, right? So
That's
when
why I
you
don't
say
remember
that,
which one it is.
what are the symptoms associated with allergies?
So that's a long list.
Okay.
The typical ones that everybody knows is swelling, hives, or itching rash. The airways close, tongue swells, the throat becomes itchy.
Yes.
And there are other symptoms that people can get that aren't as common, and then you have severe symptoms that can be fatal that involve like swelling of the tongue and airway.
Yep.
I think
And
it
does
could get as bad
so
as like your lungs feeling like they're on fire and swelling up as well. I don't remember exactly what her
Okay.
response was, but I think it was along the line of like her body rejecting the smoke, and so it would cause her airways to swell up.
Considering the fact that you're talking about a secondhand occurrence, something you didn't experience yourself and are barely trying to remember something that obviously wasn't memorable to you, no offense, I'm still gonna call bullshit because, like, no, that's not how allergies are developed in a body. Though they can be developed, and you can develop an allergy for pretty much anything, they're not just developed as a reaction to trauma. That's not, like...
Yeah.
It could be you could develop an allergy to something based on like exposure to something. That is something that is possible. I have a sister-in-law who I'm very close with. She developed an allergy to a specific kind of chemical. I don't know which one. To some of the soaps that she used to use, and that was after handling raw resin when we were making our own dice for her husband.
Yeah, that's how my dad became allergic to pickles. He was exposed. He never, I guess he never ate pickles, and then he eats them, and then suddenly he's allergic. But
That's
he's
not developing
legitimately
an
allergic
allergy.
to
That's
them
just
because he had to get
discovering it.
tested for it. He went to the hospital to get tested for his allergy.
Okay.
Of course, this is just what my mom told me, so yeah.
I'm gonna say this as well, Al. Al.
It's possible she thinks it was allergic reaction.
Al. Please stop.
God.
You don't have to be relatable to every aspect of everyone's lives. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to admit you're wrong. And it's okay to not believe that you're wrong and defend and stand your ground. That's fine too. When it comes to, like, really obvious stuff like this, you don't have to have a relation to everything. And I only say that because you seem like you do every time. And it's really, really obnoxious. Please stop. Al left, didn't he?
Yep.
You know, I forgot our mics were hot for that.
Fun times.
And I feel like this needs context because I went to high school with Al. So I'm not just saying this to say shit. Like it's from personal experience. But I'm also not gonna sit here and say a bunch of shit about Al with a hot mic while they're not here to defend themselves. Long story short, Al was talking about how Al and Goran got into how allergies were developed, and I made a comment about how Al tries to be relatable in every aspect, and it's really obnoxious and overbearing. And then Al left. Yeah. Well, let me talk about something different. Hey, Starry, what kind of Magic the Gathering card is that?
Ooh, I've been waiting for you to ask.
I knew you were. God damn it.
Well, I haven't been waiting for you to ask. I just kind of wanted to mention it, but you know, you said fuck you because the cards. So like.
Well, because I
not.
really don't like Wizards of the Coast and refuse to support them financially.
I understand that.
Welcome back. I was back.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
They're kind of holographic box. They are the Lord of the Rings Tales of Middle-earth set.
They made a Lord of the Rings expansion?
Anyway,
Jesus, fuck, they're getting desperate.
Girl.
I'm really curious. What is that? What's the card that you were showing on stream then?
Sauron the Lidless Eye. It's holographic. And it's 4/4 control card.
It's a 4/4 creature.
Gain
which
control.
means 4 attack, 4 toughness. What does it say?
Really? I had no idea. When Sauron the Lidless Eye enters the battlefield, gain control of target creatures. Gain control of target creature and opponent controls unit. End of turn. Is that English?
What?
Gain control of target creature and opponent controls.
Until end of turn?
Yeah.
Ah, so you control the creature until the end of your turn, at which point it returns back to the opponent's control.
Okay. Untap it. It gains haste until the end of turn. Oh, it's just written like quicker, so it doesn't take a lot of space. Yeah, creature control gets +2, +0.
Hang on, that reference, by the way, the untap it and it gains haste. Untapping it ensures that if it attacked last turn, you can still use it this turn. And haste means it doesn't have summoning sickness for entering the battlefield on your side of the turn for the first turn, which it would have otherwise.
Yeah.
So it removes summoning sickness.
Yeah, so if it's used the round right before, you can use it again before it's the opponent's turn.
Yeah.
In which it would be able to attack.
Yep.
Because it can't attack the first time it's played. Anyway, last thing it says is, creatures you control get +2, +0. First one is attack.
Yep.
And the second one is health. Okay, +2 attack basically. Until the end of turn, each opponent loses 2 life. Each opponent loses 2 life, which is each other
player.
Each other player. Oh, like the player has its own.
A player, when it references the opponent, that's your opposing player.
Which has 10 health.
20 to start, unless it's unless it's a different type of game mode like EDH or Two-Headed Giant, then it's 30.
Yeah, and then the funny text, can't remember what it's called. What's it called when the text at the bottom? Flavor text. Says, there's an eye in the dark tower that does not sleep. I think it's really cool.
Colors are black, red.
Yes.
Yeah, constant attacking and taking the opponent's shit, forcing it to attack. That's black, red. That makes sense.
Black, red, and then
the other one. What's the other card?
The opposite, which is the other set that I got, which is Aragon and Orwin wed. Because they're married! Legendary creature, which is the other one as well. Human elf noble. Villagens. Whenever Aragon and Arwen Wed, which is a card, enters the battlefield or attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on each other
It's white
creature
green.
you control. Yeah.
Based
You
on what
gain
you
one
just said,
life
I
for
knew the
each-
colors.
Yeah, you gain control. You gain 1 life for each other creature you control. So if you already have a lot of creatures and you play this, it's really good. And the flavor text says Aragon, the King, Asar, wedded Arwen, Damiel, probably said that wrong, and Dumiel, and the tale of their long waiting and labors come to fulfillment.
All right then. What is that
Just
creature
pregnant.
card? Is it a 2/4, 3/4, something?
3/6.
I knew
And
its
it's also
toughness would be
holographic.
higher though.
Of course you do. Yeah.
Neat.
Also, I saw someone that opened this pack like 2 or 3 days ago, and did actually unpack the card called One Ring, which is worth like $2.5 million, and sold it to Post Malone. Because of course he wants that shit. He's weird. He's a geek. He has like Lord of the Rings type of magic cards, and he likes Infant Annihilator. He's a cool guy.
Okay.
I'll be
If you
playing
bring,
with
if
him.
you
I would define.
go ahead.
Sorry.
What, Riley?
I wouldn't say I would define Post Malone as a good guy, but yeah,
What do you do?
a lot.
What's wrong with him?
A lot.
God,
But
I
like-
don't even
but
remember
like
half
what,
the
though?
conversation.
Everyone's done bad stuff. What's with this world? I can't remember one person that's good.
You could say
I
a
like
lot.
Linus Tech Tips. What child did he talk to? Where is it?
No, Linus,
point?
I think Linus is good. Linus should be good.
Yeah.
Okay. Moist
He
Critical.
did sell his channel. Moist Critical,
Hey,
he's
me.
just an asshole and sometimes has bad takes, that's all.
Yeah.
Asshole, what do you do? What do you mean?
What do you want me to do? He's just an asshole. It's just part of his personality.
Sure. I mean, he seems
Nothing
like
wrong
a
with
good...
being an asshole.
I mean, you're an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. You used to hang out with me every week.
Why do I do that? Anyway, I'm gonna be playing this with a girl and Maya.
If you save the decks like as they came in, they're called dueling decks. So one person's supposed to go up against the other, and they're balanced for that specific aspect. But if you bring them to the States when you come over next year, I'll play it with you. I've got plenty of other duel decks myself.
Cool. Both me and the girl, her name's Hedvig, and Maya are gonna be playing.
Nice.
The girl knows a lot more than me or Maya, but
Don't get roped into the thing too much though. Just a warning.
I won't. I just like playing MTG or
Fair.
Hearthstone, which are basically the same thing. They are, and I don't know, it's fun enough, so I bought the thing for like $22.
Fair enough. All right, you guys ready to get back into this?
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
How do I bring it?
Illican,
don't
you ready to
think
get back
that-
into this? Illican, you muted?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do this. So, as on the horizon, not even horizon, as you guys travel around the rocky cliffs and mountainous terrain, you eventually come across the familiar camp itself. Just finished with its most recent skirmish against it. Some of the wounded are brought in, and some of the repairs to the walls are being done as well.
I have a question.
Answer.
I also have a retroactive question.
Okay.
Why didn't we just gas mode to the village the first time we got to it? Why did you say that we landed outside on the base of the mountain?
That was someone's decision to not just appear in the middle of the village. That didn't like
Not like
people who weren't.
we could have appeared outside of the village.
Yeah, but it's a sudden
We
appearance
always
of a big
forget
group
it
of people.
exists. I mean, if you guys want to gas mode on the way back, you can, yes. Easy enough to do. I forget you have it, and then it just, yeah, it's fast travel. But when you make your way back to the camp itself, it's finished with its battle. The wounded are being tended to, and repairs to the walls are being made at this current moment. At which point, as you all unmistform yourselves and make your way towards the gate, they recognize, at least some of them recognize your appearance as before. As the doorway opens without the releasing of boulders. Those are also being picked back up too. You do make your way back into the village. At which point you can see there are two other people that are there. One of them is a stone giant, and the other is a Goliath, who seem to be probably the most kitted out of everyone in the entire village. By kitted out, I mean like armor of prestige, if that makes any sense. They both hold themselves to a point of I don't want to say better than thou, because that's not what they, well, I guess it kind of is. Essentially, their armor is more significant than that of those around you, who have simple leathers or even actual pieces of metal from whatever they've scrapped it from. But these two have like genuine full suits of armor, as well as weapons that are genuinely worth a shit compared to the clubs and stuff that are used naturally. As you make your way into the camp, you see those two are in the middle of butting heads. Speaking giant, most of you don't understand them, but for those of you, including Illiken, who do...
I cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
Help.
It doesn't matter how long it takes. We must survive. This is all we are that's left. No! We have to take the fight to them. There is no survival in taking it lying down. You have guests. And you won't deal with them yourself. Pathetic. And then the giant looks in your direction.
I wave.
He turns to you, Illiken. So you're the native who left home. The one who ventured beyond our hillsides and mountains into the life of society, yes?
Yep, that's me.
Even one who travels so far away must return to her roots. We welcome you home, but maybe not so much your friends. I heard you had left for...
They're a pretty good handful.
I heard you had left for... Corrupted Lake. What have you found?
There is a massive undead dragon, and something is still in that cave that is much deeper. That is where these are coming from, that we can tell so far. And I don't know if we have that cave system mapped out completely, or if anybody even goes in there.
Definitely do not. Don't forget the thing actually in the lake.
Yeah.
And there's something in the lake, and it is connected to the cave systems, or it's at least been in there.
Yeah. We believe that the cave, if it rains and it floods, it could be a bad time, but overall it's manageable. We could use a contingent to help take care of those that undead dragon. It is not to be underestimated, of course.
And it is
Also,
a
should we
pretty
maybe a
sizable
little
dragon.
Yeah. We do have it somewhat trapped. We have, we know where it is. It's just a matter of rekitting, resting, and then going back to take care of them.
Is it away from the lake or away from this camp?
It
It's
is
near
away
the
from the
lake.
camp, but it's at the lake. It's
Yeah,
in the
there's
cave
a cave.
systems at the lake.
Yeah.
You could draw
But I
a
made
crude
the
dirt
right
map.
decision, halting any
We buried
further
it
travel.
so we have time to prepare and get better. Just heal up more, and
We
for
will
us
not
to...
be joining you if you plan to confront this undead beast.
I didn't expect the tribe to do anything much. Maybe some people would be interested in helping, but that is their personal choice. if they wish.
Whatever they think is beneficial isn't. We have to stay and survive. There are so few of us
Yes.
left that if you take enough of us away, there will not be anything left for your return.
I do not want to dwindle the numbers here at this village.
At which point
It is a
the other
nicely
giant,
well-fortified village.
at which point the Goliath comes back into the conversation, overhearing all of this. You're a foolish old man. We can't sit here and just die. If we all must go in numbers, then we should go together. All of us to confront this beast.
Wait. There are
If I may.
still undead coming from those caves to here to attack. They will not stop coming until the source of them is eliminated, and even still they may not stop. It may not take them out.
See?
Well put, Ilkin.
We
So
have to
there
go
do
and do
need
it
to be
ourselves.
people here.
Ilkin. Riley, what were you trying to say?
The Goliath essentially reaffirming your point. But the giant then chimes in. Nonsense. Regardless of how many there are, we will not fall. Everything we have left is here. They come to us in our home territory. We have prevailed every single time. We
I
shall
have a
continue to
question.
prevail.
And I
How
want to
many
help
men
make
have you
more
lost
of
so
that.
far?
A lot.
Those who are
This is a
lost are
question to
burned.
the leader.
Right. Those who are lost are burned. Return to ash, then the soil. The moon guides us. This is
We s-
our way.
When we
What
made our way
happened
up
to the
here.
cleric? Did they
Hold on.
also...
What'd you say?
What happened to the village medicine people, the clerics of the village?
Most of them are still there.
Okay. I
Do
have
they
a
need
question.
more training? Because I wouldn't mind helping out. I know it's not the same god, but you don't really need training.
Their
from the
clerics
same...
aren't touched by the gods like you are, Illikin.
Yeah.
They don't just have clerics. They have people who are capable of mending themselves, and most people take that as general knowledge and have that. But there are those that tend to care for more than others. It just they don't have spells.
I have a question. When we were making... Well, I have something to say. An observation. When we were making our way up, we fought a number of Goliath, and was it a giant as well?
Goliaths, trolls. They were giants and trolls. So there were 3 giants, 2
Yeah.
trolls, and the 3 giants would make sense to be here. The trolls, not so much. The undead,
Yeah.
not at all.
We fought 3 giants. Oh, sorry, 3. That was 3 Goliaths, sorry. We fought 3 of them. We saw a few others while we were scouting. Truth is that you guys are vastly outnumbered here. We saw the state that your forces are in. It's... I think that it would be... I think even you can't deny that your men are tired. Right? And that's not a word against them or their capabilities, but any person can only stay at war for so long before it becomes too much. Your numbers seem to be going down. The casualties you've sustained aren't, well, things that you can keep doing. If you lose only a couple men a week, then at that rate, at what point does it become too much? At what point does losing 1 or 2 people, a brutal loss for any group, a week, become so much that it is unbearable?
Make me a persuasion check.
19.
He, after listening to each of your words, steps up to you. And he attempts to grab you. I need you to make me you let him?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. He grabs you and throws you.
Wonderful.
In anger. Yeah, that checks out. You're gonna end up taking 16 points of bludgeoning damage.
Military leader guy?
As he yells out in your direction, "I will not be insulted by an outsider."
I look and turn to his men. Fine. Then ask them how they're doing.
Oh, man.
He draws his great axe against you.
And I would like to parry that with my warhammer. I'm just gonna block his axe with my warhammer very gently. Just be like, stop.
You stand with the outsider? And not your own clan?
Old man, he has a point. Eventually, the numbers will dwindle to the point where none of the children can be protected anymore. And do you want undead children? Undead children of our children. I'm sure you do not.
Then you can challenge me in his stead.
Go fight this potential lich that is summoning the undead and cease the undead coming.
I have made my choice, child!
You have made your choice, but have they?
They follow me.
You are a fucking asshole.
Should you wish to challenge that, you of them all have that authority. But know that I will show no mercy. And he readies his axe against you, Illiken. Are you challenging him?
Who is this guy again?
It appears I am.
The strongest. Alright.
I have changed since I left. I have learned and I have experienced so much that none of you have even fathomed.
Illiken.
I am merely a child.
Before this goes down, has Illiken been hurt at all so far today?
You guys got a short rest.
Okay.
I healed up.
Illiken, are you at full health?
I'm only 8 points down. I healed up quite a bit.
Okay.
I'm just gonna...
Illiken, I need initiative.
Alright. Flipping the coin real quick.
What?
12.
12. You go first.
Alright. Let me see. Does my Warhammer have any charges? No, it doesn't. Damn it. Why is It's okay. I don't need that. I want to disarm my shield. That'll knock me down 2 HP.
2 AC.
Or 2 AC, yeah.
Okay, so you don't have the shield on, you just have the warhammer.
And I'm holding it with both hands.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack.
It is nat 20 to hit.
Nice. Roll damage. So it's whatever max damage is. So 10 plus strength, plus your D10.
10 plus strength?
Yeah, 10, which is the max, plus strength, which is total max damage, and then you roll the die, which is a D10. So
I rolled a 9.
Nice. So that's what is your strength?
My strength is it's the modifier, right?
Yeah, plus
4.
Plus 4. Okay, yeah. So that would be 14 plus 9 is 23 points of damage for one hit.
Dang.
Okay.
14 plus 9, and that's without the crit
22.
damage.
That is the crit damage.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Anything else? Do you have bonus action?
Do it.
No.
Okay.
No bonus action. I don't have enough spell slots to do any spells or anything.
All right.
I'm just gonna do classic combat.
It's now his turn. He's gonna go ahead and make his 2 attacks against you. That's cocked, and that's a natural 20. Ah, okay. So that's a natural 20 and a 12 to hit.
12 does not hit. 20 does.
A 20 does. So that's going to be... That's, Okay, 28 points of slashing damage from the one hit.
Okay. Stone's endurance.
You reduce the damage to half, don't you? What does Stone's endurance do? Is that reduced to half?
It reduces damage dealt by 1d12 plus 2.
Oh, nice.
Once per short rest.
So roll 1d12.
That's a 10.
10 total?
Plus 2 is 12.
Oh, 12. So reduce the damage by 12. So now it is 16. You only take 16 points of damage. As the first strike cuts right through you almost, but you manage to just shrug off most of it. The second one, that startles him a bit, like, oh, you're a little more resilient than I thought you were. And you manage to catch the blade of his axe with your handle. Alright. Your turn.
That's a 12 to hit.
12 misses.
All right.
Oh, you only get one attack. Duh. I was waiting for your second hit for some reason. My bad. Do you have any other actions or anything like that, or are you still doing just the action? I'm assuming that's it. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright. More attacks. Okay. That's an 18 and a 19.
Both hit.
That's 12, 26 points of damage from 2 hits.
Okay.
Your turn. as he takes his battle axe and swings twice at you, making contact both times.
And I'm taking it like a champ. Alright. 16 to hit.
16 does hit. Roll damage.
14 damage.
14 points of damage. Not bad.
When I saw the 0 on the die, I thought that meant nothing, and then I forgot that's the 10th.
Well done. Okay. His second attacks are a 21 and a 26.
What the fuck? Both hit. What the fuck? Now
All
he's
right.
getting the good roll.
That's 10 plus 12 is 29 points of damage.
Damn.
And in this instance, after his next 2 hits, is anybody else doing anything?
There's not a whole lot I can do to help you.
Who's in the battle right now? Like in the conflict?
Illican against a giant.
I cheer. Oh, good.
Okay.
I don't know if we're allowed to fight.
You see nobody else fighting. Illican, your turn.
I'm going to take the potion of frost giant strength out of my bag of holding and drink it.
Okay. Yeah. Is it an action to drink that potion, or is that a potion that doesn't have a title to it?
I don't see anything saying it's an action.
Give me 1 second. Okay, yeah. So, administering a potion to yourself is a bonus action. I'll give you that, since it's a one-on-one fight. And you need that help. But your strength is now 23. Which, by the way, is his strength. So with the administering of a potion, you ready your action to make your next swing. Go for it.
Don't
Alright.
you have spell slots?
She doesn't have a lot.
That's a 27 to hit.
27 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is that not a crit?
27's not
Could
a
it
crit.
No.
Why would
It's not a
27
nat
be a
20.
crit?
No.
That'll be
Yeah,
a
that's not a
9.
nat 20.
Why does my Warhammer not do enough damage, even if it's...
So remember, this is now 1d10 plus 6 instead of plus 4.
Oh, plus 6. Okay, so then that would mean it's 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. Additionally, remember that you're on D&D Beyond. It shows your proficiency bonus. It shows your to hit modifier being proficiency, which is plus 5, plus your strength, which is plus 4. That's actually going to be add another 2 to that as well, because that means it's your strength supposed to be plus 6.
Okay.
Which actually, if you click on D&D Beyond and you click on the strength, you can actually manually edit the strength to be 26 or 23 for now. Or maybe you have to go to the character builder for that. Actually, never mind. It's still
It's the character builder. I don't know why it did that. Oh well. Yeah.
There you go. And it's after that hit that you spit out the fingernail of the frost giant that was in that drink.
Well, no, it does the... Hold on.
Or maybe you're chewing on it. Who knows what you're doing at this point? I don't know.
I don't think I spit it out. I think it's like a time limit thing.
Oh, no. My point is, like, the
hour.
transparent liquid you just drank has a sliver of a fingernail from a frost giant in it.
Yeah.
You probably swallowed that. It stuck going down. Okay.
Probably chewing on it.
Yeah, there you go. Chewing on somebody else's fingernail. Enjoy that.
Tasty.
All right. You
A
ready?
little bit of cinnamon to it.
Okay.
Okay, I have something I could technically do.
After the frost giant.
Come on, Frost Giant.
So, or not frost giant, the hill giant.
Or, yeah. And technically Stone Giant.
Yes. This is
So how stealthy do you
21
think Gecko
and a
is?
27.
It's a what?
21 to hit and 27 to hit.
They hit.
26 points of damage. Zalin, what do you have to do?
So, what I can do is I could have Gecko stealth fly up to Illikin.
You left
and
Gecko
cast
at the
Dragon's Breath.
reservoir.
So,
I did. Damn it.
I have fallen prone, and I'm knocked out.
You're down?
That was a pretty rough hit.
Illikin, you're down?
Aw.
I am down. I need to make
Damn.
a death
Okay.
save.
No.
The next round.
No.
No?
Nope.
You all watch as Illikin falls down. He grins, holds his axe high, and yells, "And let this be a lesson to anyone else who wished to foolishly challenge me!" And he goes to decapitate you.
I pull out a gun.
Yeah, no, I blocked that shit. No, I blocked that shit.
Okay.
Now.
Make an attack roll, both of you.
Banishment.
I also
Never
do something, or
mind.
is that-
Sorry.
Whoa. Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Stop.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
What's the save?
What did you do?
Banishment.
Banishing him to a different plane of existence.
Star, you said banishment?
Yeah. 17 charisma.
Oh, charisma.
Hang on, let me get my dice. Give me a second.
I just
6.
I just stand there. Just
6.
Banishment.
So, you watch as Zalin rushes to get in front of the place to block. Valeth, you pull out your gun and ready yourself to shoot, and Starry's already hit him with a banishment.
I haven't touched
Did it work?
It did. It succeeded.
Did,
That was a
he
6
failed the
to save.
charisma saving throw?
He failed.
Yeah.
That's
No,
fucking
I don't even
I
have to
walk
touch him.
over to Illic and I cast heal.
Okay, easy
I
enough.
just
At which point
he
you
will-
see
he
the
will stay there
other
until the spell is done. So he has like
How long does banishment last?
a minute.
a minute. It's a concentration spell, so you will need to.
That is not long.
yeah, really who's rushing over?
Wait, hold up. Let me read.
So you rush
Oh,
So
over
you
and
just
cast
maintain
heal.
post him,
concentration
and
on
he's going to be
banishment.
back, but they think he's gone. Yo,
Hang on.
and I'm knocked out.
In this instance, Illikin, you were back up to 70 because Goran cast heal on you. Starry, you said something?
Hold up.
I literally, it was literally 2 points. All I needed to have to not be knocked prone was 2 extra points, and I was 5 hit points down from my total. So if I had that extra 5 and I was fully healed,
Damn.
I would not have fallen prone and would have had 1 more attack.
Yeah, I said who's running over? Oh, so I don't even have to touch him.
I-
I just snap and point.
I heal again.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, with the snap and point, which by the way, yeah, would have been his next turn. It would have just been him literally fucking
I have a
killing
question.
you. Yeah, what's up?
I'm not
Can I?
prone anymore.
No, well, not a question. I have a statement. It's like, so I have a question. Does anyone want to help with the dragon?
At which point you see the
We
Goliath.
shouldn't have them help with the dragon.
You see the Goliath that was
Goliath.
challenging this giant's authority before. You need to leave.
I think it's fair we all leave. We've caused
Yeah.
enough
Yeah.
trauma here.
No more talking. And I'm grabbing them by the collar, and I am dragging them out of the village.
Yeah. With that, not looking back to everything else as you barely lost the duel and you denied a kill. I mean, in this instance, as you leave, Illikin, you're pretty aware that you've pretty much just ruined whatever relationship you could have had with the giants. It's possible to regain it, but like, you understand you guys are not welcome back.
Why would you step in? Why would you do that?
Who are you talking
Because
to?
you were about to die.
Out of character. Like, out of character.
You
who are you
have
talking to?
dishonored me as a Goliath, and now
Goran.
I am
Yes.
unworthy of death now.
Oh well.
Why would you step
Riley,
in?
We're gonna find a place to chill.
Illican, honor isn't everything. I'd much rather have you
It
here
is
than...
everything to my people. I just walk away. I walk into the woods.
There's no
Or into the... I just walk
Mountains.
away.
find a hill and start climbing. You're a bit faster than everybody else, so makes sense.
It'll be fine.
Riley, you said my name?
Starry had asked a question.
Oh.
The
What was
answer
the
was
question,
Goran.
Well, 4 of us stepped in to help. I healed.
Illican's already walked off.
Yeah. No. That was... I'm answering Story's question. Yeah, no. Vale threw a gun. Zalin...
Can I ask you?
Pardon? Okay. What was the question, Riley? Because...
The question was, who were we mad at?
Oh, why are you mad at me? I'm not the person
I was just wondering who
banned.
Illican was talking to.
Yeah, that's what... Anyway, Illican was talking to Goran, and she's mad at
We're
Goran
done.
because
What?
Goran was the
Yeah.
one that caused the conflict that started all that.
We'll work it out. We'll go stop the zombie thing, and then hopefully, with no new ones being created, it'll just help them prevent the Empire from invading.
God.
Okay. With this, the day is slowly turning to night. The hills becoming a much more cooler temperature than they were before. Illican off in your space away from blue on black for the moment. Between Goran or Starry, who can put up the tent, or Liam's tiny hut, you guys do have a place to spend for the night, but you will need to take watches. My question is, Illican, do you return?
No.
Okay. As you all prepare yourselves for the night when it falls and Illican doesn't come home. Well, I say come home, but you know what I meant. What would you like to
You
do?
want me to go talk to her? I'm gonna go looking for her.
Okay.
I am too.
Go ahead, the two of you then. Make me a perception check.
Sight and... This is... Smell
You
as
have
well.
advantage.
Yep.
Because you can smell her.
15.
20.
Yeah. It's weird watching humanoid sniff the air and track someone down, but yeah, it happens. Zalin doesn't have a leash for you, but it's funny.
Zalin's used to this.
Yeah.
It's not like I
That
don't
was
know he's a
Zalin's,
werewolf.
Yeah.
I was there when it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Illican, I have to ask you, where would you have run off to?
I would have just walked. Kept walking
Would you have stopped when the
in a
sun
random
come down?
direction. No. I mean, I have night vision,
You do.
so it wouldn't have stopped me.
Okay. And you don't care the direction?
No.
Okay. So, Illiken walks on into the night. Zalin and Goran going searching for her. There's a long moment of silence between the rest of you who are in the torch tent. What are your thoughts? Nothing? The solemn silence speaks volumes. Illiken, if you intend on pushing on through the night, you'll have to make Constitution saving throws for exhaustion. So you will eventually have to find somewhere to bed down for the evening. But if you'd like to push a little farther away, you can. It would just, you'd have to make a saving throw.
I'm gonna stop when I feel tired.
Okay. You travel
When I feel like it's too tired to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop.
You travel for
take out-
another... You'll travel for about 3 hours before you'll end up having to hit that point where you're exhausted beyond belief.
Yeah. I take out my bedroll and I just roll it out. I don't even bother putting up a tent or a tiny hut.
Okay. Do you find a secluded area that will be out of the way from, like, any kind of travel? Up in mountain space and hard to get to?
Find a nice little spot hidden, just a little low point and some rocks where it would be a good hiding spot.
Okay. Go ahead and make
Just
me
lay
a survival
down.
check.
What?
That's a 10. I got a natural 1. You're
Well, you are woken up in the middle of the night, but not because something's attacking you. It's because a half-dog man found you. Talking about Goran.
Didn't we long rest?
No.
Okay.
This is all before that.
Okay.
But Zalin and Goran do find you.
Go back.
Listen, I know you're upset,
Just
and
go
I'm pretty
back.
sure I can guess why you're upset. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sit here and rant. You're gonna shut up and listen.
No.
Wonderful. So,
No.
yeah, I'm still gonna start talking. So you see
And I
that
will
camp
cast
over there?
sleep and knock you out.
Even good luck with that.
Alright.
What's your attack roll?
8th level sleep.
Neat.
Roll the dice.
Every time I roll the dice.
I'll knock your ass out. You can certainly try. 8th level sleep. You might. Fuck.
Good for you.
Counterspell?
Do you?
Go for it.
I can't cast counterspell.
Oh, then no.
I can't either.
It fails.
Oh.
Oh.
Neat.
15.
So here's the thing. Your family over there is alive. What was your roll and for what?
Ilikim, what was the roll?
To sleep?
Yeah.
To knock him out?
Mhm.
It was 15.
Yeah, my AC is 17.
No. It's not to hit.
Wait,
it's
hold
Oh,
on.
you roll
I-
damage.
yeah. You
because
roll
it's
hold on,
all
I
of those
messed up.
d8s.
An additional 2d8 for each slot level above first.
Neat.
So wait, that would... Starts at 5d8.
Yeah.
It
So
goes
5.
2 every...
Well,
7
2 times
levels?
7 is 14 plus 5d8 is 19d8.
Jesus. Maybe.
Solid, maybe.
That's so many die! So that's 15 plus 60, that's 75 HP.
Is that your total of 75?
Yeah.
Zalin?
Not even close.
Damn.
Then let me
Zal-
just take my warhammer and smack him upside the head.
Zalin, you
Cool.
take out you yawn right before you can continue speaking, but that was her action, so you have 6 seconds. Go.
Cool. Your family over there is alive. That is something you should at least look forward to, whether or not they like you or not. That's about my 6 seconds.
It's not whether they like me. I am never to go back. I have lost
That's wonderful.
my family.
My family's dead.
Zalin,
I came
don't
back to my
have my
home
family.
to a smoldering mess. I had to kill the zombified remains of my parents.
And I might have to.
Do you
as
want to
well.
do that later? Not if we actually work together on this. It is something I am going to save you from having to do. You're going to get your head out of your ass. You're going to work together. You're going to save your family. And then maybe, just maybe, later on, you can talk to them again.
I will never be able to talk to them again. You do realize
Wonderful.
I am not the same as you. We are not the same people. My people will never, ever let me back.
But they'll be alive.
And that won't
I
really
understand
matter
this is a
because
shitty
I am dead to
situation.
them.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you're stubborn enough, it doesn't matter if you're dead to anyone.
Before, I had a chance of being able to return home, of being welcomed back, and now I have no chance of that ever again. And there are so few of my own people out in the world.
But you're not alone. You really think if we didn't care, we wouldn't come walking out in the middle of the fucking pitch black to come find you, come make you feel better?
Why do you think we stepped in? We didn't want to see you dead. And I know that might be a fate that you despise.
I don't despise death. Death is not the end.
Saving you is. That's what I meant.
Yes, you saved me. But never mind.
Cool.
Just
So we're all gonna take a nap.
go back.
We're gonna wake up. We're gonna
Just
go
go
kill a
back.
lich and go home. No.
Look,
Blood doesn't make family. Bond does.
And you think
If
I
they're the
had no
family that
bond with
reject-
them?
And now you have a bond with us. If they're going to be the ones to reject you, so be it. We're going to be the ones that irritate the crap out of you, stick with you through the entire thing, and maybe, just maybe, doesn't kick your ass because you're being so stubborn you won't listen to
So
us.
you're going to make me reject the very culture that I was raised upon for most of my life?
No,
For a
I'm not
bond?
making you reject anything.
You did.
I'm saying
You just
they
did
rejected
that.
you.
You took away.
I'm not making you reject
my rite of
your
passage.
heritage.
I cannot call myself a warrior.
Then don't. Call yourself a healer. Call yourself a hero. Call yourself whatever the hell you want.
Dying of old age isn't exactly a great thing for me as it is for you. Dying
Do you
in
know how
battle
many
is not a terrible
Fulkins
thing
died
for
of
me
old?
like
Do
it
you know
is
how many
for you.
Fulkins died of old age? None. There's never been a single member of my family to die of old age in their bed, surrounded by their family. We didn't make a fucking religion about it.
And plus, in our line of work, it's not exactly
If you want
high
to die in
likelihood
combat,
that we're
fine.
going
You're going to do it fighting with the people you can at least talk to. You're not going to do it alone.
Do you even know why I fight?
Why
So
do
I
you
could
fight?
die a warrior's death.
That's a pretty dumbass way to fight.
It is a noble way to fight. How dare you?
You fight to die while everyone else is fighting to survive. What sense does that make?
I fight to fight. And if I die, then I would rather die on the battlefield. Die in battle.
You'd rather
To
die
me, that
by the
is
hands of the people
honorable.
you called family?
Get out of my face.
I'm not in your face.
Just leave me alone.
Milligan. It's not like that is something that is being taken away from you. You can still continue down that path if you so wish. Right. They haven't taken your ability to be a warrior away, because that is not something that can be taken away. It's something that's within you. It's a path you choose, and you continue to choose every day.
Hello?
Do you think that it is, has what's transpired today taken any of that away from you? Your power, your strength, your ability to fight?
Illiken has turned her back in her bedroll, faced away from you, unwilling to further conversation.
Cool.
But with
Sorry, you want
Starry's...
first watch second.
With Starry's Liam and Tiny Hut, you do have a tent that you can provide for yourselves.
I put up the... never mind. Illiken, when you wake
She's
up
done
tomorrow...
talking. We might as well just take a rest.
That's fine. When you wake up tomorrow, that armor, your warhammer, will still be there. It's up to you to choose whether or not you put that armor on. And you pick it up. And you keep moving forward. Whether that's with us or without, that's up to you. But only you can make that choice. One way or the other.
And with that, the tent is put up. Watches are had. And this is where we'll pick up next week. Party split, somewhat torn. In question of where the future will take us. Thank you all for watching. This was a tough one. But we hope to see you again next week. We'll see where the story goes. Have a good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Cheers.